Let's talk about it. Girl, what's the tea is here with your spicy dose of chaos. Sprinkle with a little love. Hello, it's your girl, what's the tea? Let's talk about it.
Stop smoking the one way, but
So aggressive. So I play this song when I talk my mess through when I'm DJing. So I would have played that if we got some aggression. I would have played that.
Hey.
This was looking for me.
See what I'm saying?
She was looking for me.
Then she gonna back it up with Cash Doll. Okay.
I heard you bitches was looking for me. If you looking for a nigga, I drop a
I'm mad the wig is moving. The hair is moving while she moving. It's just
real talk. She got the effect. She got the effect.
Best believe it.
The hair is giving.
Right. I'm like, okay.
The hair is hairing right now.
Hit that shit.
Okay. Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey girl.
Time today. And we live on Instagram. Let me see because
I don't know.
Yeah, I said it was.
There we go. Hey,
hey everybody.
I got time today. Okay. I got time today. If anybody is wondering if I had time, I do. I got time today. And I just want everybody to understand one thing about Girl What's the Tea. In case we are all confused about who I am, you confused about where I come from, you confused about anything that has to do with me, I can turn it on and I can turn it off. So just so we can just get an understanding one more time on who I really am and how I gives 2, 3, 4, 5 no fucks about none of this shit. So,
Lord.
Or
since
we got an understanding in these blogging streets about who I am and people looking for me.
Bruh.
Hey.
Mana, you gonna play the whole song?
It's the theme
song. Flip your hair. I got it.
That's her theme song.
But the question is, you gonna play the whole song though?
She can't.
She not capping. She making.
Go on, get up and do the walk. Go on, get up and do the walk.
But that being
said, do the walk.
No, I'm gonna give them too much. I'm scared of people.
They'll get it soon. Don't worry about it.
They'll get it. And when they do get that, they're gonna get it.
Yeah, they get it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about nothing.
We are here in Hey, Mr. Joe, y'all. And Tamaj got people in the you got people saying
oh, what's good, y'all? Hi.
So let's just get into it because I decided that I missed it over here in Thugland. Because see, when I be blogging, that's Thugland. When I be on She Live and my podcast, I be in Bougie Land. So I missed it in Thugland. So I bet. Now, I guess y'all want me to stay. So we come today to talk about Ready to Love, and some more tea spillers. So, who wants to start it up?
Oh, do the honors.
Y'all want me to start up? Okay, so let's break it down. We are talking about these people are bringing on the exes in this last episode. Am I correct?
Correct.
Correct.
And so everybody, if we all used to this Ready to Love, we already know how it really goes down. The exes come in and they give their, they get their take. They ask questions and they spill information about kind of a little bit about how their relationship was and what may have ended it and where they are now. And then they ask the new people things about them, and then they give their take to the person at the end. Me personally is how do you feel about that? If you was in this process, do you have exes that you could call?
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to say nothing, though. How can he say that with a straight face?
I ain't even answering the question. I'm like, I thought about that when that went down. I said, who would I wouldn't even know how to act because I would have to call an ex from each gender. And then I don't know what part of life, how far back we going on the book. So I would just rather bring my pastor, somebody that could talk about
You
the
say,
future.
did you just say your pastor?
Yes, I did.
You gonna bring your
Well,
pastor?
well,
I'm
Mika
gonna
brought
bring the
Tommy.
Lord.
You gonna bring the Lord?
I'm bringing the Lord. I'm bringing the Lord.
Well, Mika brought Tommy, so
You see what I'm
that's
saying?
that's that's
That
that's
was her Jesus. That was her
yeah.
Jesus. And I would have. I bring that in my Bible. But
That
you
I
ain't finna
think,
ask me that.
to be honest with you, I thought it was rather smart of her to get Tommy
It
because
was.
it freed her, and it also made the other guys nervous, and it definitely opened some eyeballs
Mm-hmm.
because everybody didn't like that being put in that position.
Oh yeah, it was a power play move. That's kind of like you saying you work for a company, and let's say you may work somewhere at the bottom of the ladder, and you bring in your cousin who happens to be corporate management of the said company that you're working for at the bottom. So that's gonna rock everybody. So just him on site making the exception for her, that's gonna put all eyes on her, what her affiliations are, if she's affiliated with anybody. That's gonna open up their whole. So that comment LaRon made in the show when he was like, "Is Tommy your ex?" That was though that was a jest comment. That kind of made everybody head turn a little bit. Like he may not have been an ex, but I wonder what the nature of your friendship is.
Because the streets,
I don't agree with that.
the streets are
Girl,
messy.
you
Yeah.
you
I
don't
don't
have
agree
to
with
agree.
that.
It's not about
Yeah,
agreeing. It's about
no, no, no.
perspective. Yeah,
Yeah, but his perspective is so ass backwards. I don't think
I'm
because
not coming from him alone.
I didn't look at it like that because it's not
Mhm.
like he just popped up. You know what I'm saying? She actually took her reasoning was valid, and she took the time to talk to Tom and to be like, "Look, I don't get along with neither one of them. We not in a good space. We don't have the backstory to that." At the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
same
it might be
time,
some flags. Yeah, it might be some flags.
right? And that's what I'm saying. At the same time, I think bringing in the exes is a good thing because I want to know what they dealt with going through with you. Like, what season did your true colors come out?
Well, do you guys remember when Jeffrey didn't bring hers? She got so much backlash. So
Yeah.
I felt like Tommy knew how this could turn out, and with him trying to jump in front of it, I'll go and I'll ask the questions. And so that kind of eased the tension. And then Tommy is a fan favorite. So instead of the viewers being like, you got something going on, why you ain't got no exes and this is a red flag, it went from that to, that was nice of Tommy to do that for her. You get what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah,
strategy.
it turned it around in her favor.
It turned it around in her favor. Good job, Tommy. Good job. Miss Monica love you. Good job. Good job. Good job. I like that.
I
Now,
still want to know what's wrong with her.
She
Some
didn't.
wrong, some wrong with her. Some
Hey,
It
hey,
shows some pull. It shows some pull.
yeah.
I like the fact that, see,
hold
my
on.
thing.
Well,
Hmm?
why something got to be wrong with her? Because I don't know if I want my exes coming either.
You
Well,
know, it's
nah,
not. I don't.
because of the way it's the way she phrased it when she said it to
Yeah.
Tommy. Because the second baby daddy, they don't have any communication, and there's a child involved. So if I'm coming in on this and trying to build a relationship with you, that means I'm gonna be involved in the child's life. I need to know, is he crazy? Is he burning down houses? Like, is he a serial killer on his free time? Like, what are you bringing me into?
Well,
I
she
need
she she made a gave she made a gave him a hard time. Us as
and
women, we can cut up. We can
and
cut up.
and, and,
Eh,
and that's what I need to know. If I was any one of them guys, I need to know that. Cause I don't need you setting my bed on fire while I'm trying to go to sleep. I need to know everything, everything, everything.
I heard when Morgan dude came on and said, "Well, he burnt her hair. She cut his hair out, burnt his hair out,
She put Nair in his
put
shampoo.
hair in his hair
listen.
shampoo." And
Now
see,
and exactly, and I need to know that you see,
yeah.
cause see what you showing us is you all, but see, yeah, you actually crazy for real.
See, I
You
don't
see what I'm
mind
saying?
meeting the exes, and I don't mind anyone meeting my exes. It's just more if whenever there is a situation where you can't find not an ex that you could present, that is enough for somebody to be like, all right, well, what's the story behind that? And I wouldn't throw it all on her to be like, oh, it's her, but I could definitely tell by the tone that anybody that's dealt with a parenting situation or a situation with a child involved, that might be a deep area that she just can't revisit, and they really may have had such a run in to where only that child is the topic of conversation. But that to me was more the flag, like, okay, not so much of their backdrop, but more or less what, like you were saying, what happened or what was going on or what have you been exposed to, because whatever it is you went through with that is what you're presenting in this process. And so looking at her journey early on, everybody had a whole lot to say about her presentation or the way she spoke or her involvement. And so now hearing the exes, and then you see the effort that production and the own network or whatever was doing, even though it was a nice gesture that Tommy did, but that was also something he don't normally do. So because of the illumination of that situation, that made everything look. So it didn't matter who she
Yeah, it
went
looks
on
sus.
the. You know what I'm saying? It just, she could have showed up with Mickey Mouse. It would have been like, how you get Mickey Mouse to pull up on you? I mean, what's your plug to Minnie? Like, I'll be questioning everything. So it's just more of that, especially with the fact that we just really haven't seen her really have a solid connection. So it's kind of like, okay, y'all going through a whole lot of effort to make sure that she's able to complete this process, but we're not seeing what this journey is for. It'll be different if we seen this connection with something and we like, dang, she can't do this assignment versus it looking like she's kind of barely passed every other assignment. And now we need to see the X and she ain't got nothing to present and we don't really have enough substance to judge on. So how does that impact somebody's ability to deal with her going forward? It's
You
almost
know
like
what I
walking
didn't
into the
know?
unknown.
You know what I didn't
What?
know? I didn't know her
What
and
you know?
LeBron had no connection. I thought they was just homies. I didn't know they had no connection. So to see him sitting there, I was like,
I was
what?
so freaking
I was
confused.
thrown off. Like, what are you here
I was
for?
like, wait, what?
Exactly. What you here for? How you get here?
You
Who
know
called
what?
you?
You know what? I have heard from other cast members that they would have went on a date and they didn't see that date until a few episodes in. I think Aries
And
and Phil kind of went through that where
yeah,
where
We
it was
when
ain't
they went
never
through. But
seen them on. Man, get off the
listen,
gas. We ain't never seen them
hey,
people on no
I'm
date.
on the game. Hey, listen, Jay, I think LeBron name is a trigger because y'all going today. Look,
I don't
Taurus
No,
is
it's
the
not
team.
that. It's no. I'm not triggered by nothing. I'm calling it. I'm calling it like I daggone see it. I ain't
No,
never
I didn't
seen
see no
them
connection
people
either. Listen, I
interact
didn't see
at
it at
all.
all.
I was
I
like,
didn't
wait
see it
Like
at all,
ever.
but I don't know the substance of, you know what I'm saying? Because in that, you know what, I'm gonna be 100 with you. If I was to take this process and put it on a grander scale, okay, if you're in a confined environment or a limited environment with a certain amount of people, those people is if that's your carton of eggs, then out of that process, you'd be surprised how people start looking after a while. When people start getting eliminated or when you at the bottom, all of a sudden you'd be like, you know what? I wasn't feeling you, but I like your eyebrows today. And
No,
then,
no,
it's like you
not,
used to,
No,
that's not
bro.
I
it.
don't
You
know. I
reaching,
can't
bro.
just,
You
I don't know
reaching.
why, but
No.
yeah, I'm
You
very,
reaching.
they
You
reaching by
reaching.
putting her and LaRon together. I
No,
mean, it don't make no sense. They making me reach. They
no.
making me, I don't see how
See,
they even have a common ground.
I think that they should have just like because everybody didn't have two or more connections. So
Mm-hmm.
they
No.
should have just set it up with who she had the connection with and let him. I think he felt left out. I felt kind of bad for the guy because he was just sitting there. He was lost. Like, wait, what? Why am I
Yeah, that's that
here?
Tommy life.
You know why
And
he
Listen.
and
felt?
then when he dapped her, like he gave her a pound,
But
bro. Why are you here?
you know
That
why?
was the friend zone.
You know why?
Yeah.
Do y'all know why?
Why
Why?
what?
I can't tell y'all. Cause I got an ND. What is it? What is it? Y'all know. But
NDA.
I got an NDA. I can't tell y'all.
Y'all
But
you
it's the
stupid.
reason.
You play too much. This
Y'all
called
gotta watch.
girl. This
Y'all gotta
girl,
watch
what's the T?
out.
Nah, girl, I got an NDA. The
I got
hell?
an
This sound
NDA.
like
It's
this
girl.
sound like
It's
girl got coffee.
watch the show. Okay, watch the show and see what's gonna happen. But it's the reason why LaRon was a seat filler, because that's what he was, a seat filler. So let me ask y'all a question though. What if you got a wife? Tea spiller. And
Oh
you ain't
wait.
got to come.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know. Oh, never mind. Where she going? I already know where
You
she
know
going.
what? You know what? If you know what, I'm gonna be 100 with you. If you know what, because some of these exes over these seasons, there's been a few of them that don't slid up in there, and it's like, I still love this person. I'm just here because they
No,
called me.
no, no,
I,
friend.
I
That ain't
No,
what
mean,
she
look,
said.
no,
I know
friend.
what
Nah,
you're
Tamasha.
saying.
Nah,
I
that
No,
ain't
know
what
what
she.
you're saying.
no.
I know. I'm
Then
just trying
answer the
to.
damn question. Nah, we're not gonna
I'm just
play
trying to
all
level the
that.
playing field. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I would not invite my husband to come out to see me. So no, we ain't finna. That we would need the police because I don't
That's
know
not what
anybody in
she,
their right
bro.
mind.
That's not what she's saying. Once
I know what you're
again,
saying.
Some
You know what I'm saying?
then get
people,
on the subject. Then that
Yeah,
ain't what
I'm
she's
saying
saying.
that's the subject. What
some
was the question? The question
people,
was simple. What would you
She
do if you
said,
had an
"What if?"
ex pull up
No, that's not what she just said. She
or
said,
a
"What if
wife,
it?"
right?
would you bring your
Right.
wife?
Okay, so
Would your
where's the answer? You give me the best answer then for that because I
So you
wouldn't
are on
bring
the
a.
show and you are ready to love and you are married. You may be a poly and you have open relationship. You have an open relationship and your wife is
Mm-mm.
okay with you on the show and it's time to bring the ex, but you don't have the ex because you're
First of all,
married.
that's the wrong dang on show.
Are you bringing
See,
your
you know what I'm
wife?
saying? And
Shit,
yeah, I was gonna
you
say
on the
that's a
wrong
whole nother.
show. Yeah,
I
you.
think answer the
That they.
question. Answer the question.
Oh, I'm gonna answer the question. First of all, if because well, okay, so if they, regardless if they're in a poly relationship or open relationship, if you have a certificate of marriage on file, you should
Mhm.
not be on this damn show. Let's
There it
start
is.
with that.
Okay.
So even if you're in a common law marriage in Texas, if you state out loud that that is your spouse, you are considered in a common law marriage. And in
I'm glad you
Texas,
said that.
yeah, yeah, 'cause, yeah, I'm a legal eagle.
Yeah,
Let's get this.
yeah.
So,
Walk that.
and even if, because there you don't, even if you do a commitment ceremony
Mm-hmm.
and you say this is my wife or this is my husband,
Mm-hmm.
the
Uh-huh.
state of Texas recognizes that relationship as a common law marriage, and you
Mm-hmm.
still have to go through the actual divorce process.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have to wait the 90-day waiting period to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no mediation, there's no legal separation in Texas. So you
Mm-hmm.
either gonna get divorced or you not. But back to the question. So if you are in any of those type of examples that I have previously provided, ready to love is not for you. And you have not been properly vetted either.
Mm-hmm.
So who the onus fall on then?
Hmm.
Because that you have to go through a vetting process, yes.
Hmm.
So they say. They say
So
that
they
you're
say,
very thorough.
yeah,
So they
well,
say.
yeah.
They say they're
Mm.
thorough. So you shouldn't have anyone, especially on paper, sitting across from you in a live process where it's supposed to be eligible bachelors and bachelorettes pursuing if whether or not they're ready for love. So no, you should that should have been an automatic disqualifier.
Well,
And if they were, well,
theoretically, but people are human, and
People are human
humans,
and things
people
slide.
are humans. Yeah, things
Yes,
happen.
because
Balls are dropped.
I
That's a
do,
pretty big
People
ball.
lie.
do
That's a
know it.
big. That's a big ball.
I do know that through this cast, it could have been allegedly that someone had a wife at home.
It could be.
Okay, let's move on. All right, so now let's go back in to You're Looking for Me. Here I go.
You don't play that damn song.
Okay.
We ain't finna. Hey, they got it. Hey, we listen. We are not finna inundate the public, nor your panel with it. No, we not. No, they got it. If they looking for
I'm
you,
pleading the
tell them
fifth.
they'll see you
We'll get
soon.
that
Don't worry
talking
about it.
to.
Stay
All right,
tuned.
stay tuned.
Mm.
So now we're talking about the dates. We done got all into who should come to the dates, who should not come to the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Who should not be coming to Ready to Love, because really it's a new age, so people are bringing on extra wives and new extra husbands, so they are
That
considered
ain't nothing new.
single, so things might appear. All right, so we're going to go into the date now. Let's talk about
Let me tell you who I didn't. Who made me nervous. Was it was
Who?
not Patrice X Dro.
Oh.
First of all, what is your government name, sir? Not your street name, not your rapper name. Sir, what the name your mama gave you? Dro?
Dro with the Jerry curl. Yeah.
No, he had no
Dro.
Jerry Curl. He fine now. I mean, I
but
bet
Yeah.
he probably need to
I
because
couldn't bring nobody home with no tattoo across their face. My mama like beat me.
I
listen,
couldn't do the bangs. I couldn't do the curls. It was pretty. I love his hair, but
He
I
has
would needed it.
that's
he had
whatever
no curls. He had
his hair.
no, we talking about Patrice, not Rashina.
No, we talking Patrice with the
No, I'm
tattoo.
talking about. I'm talking about Dro.
We talking about
Dro's the
Drew.
one
Okay.
with the okay, so who was the one with the okay, so that was with Rashina though, wasn't it?
No,
Mm-mm, that was Patrice. Rashina had
Patrice.
her ex-husband on there. Yeah, Patrice had Dro,
Drew,
Will,
looked like
and
the
Okay,
cartel
so who was the one that Patrice had with the dreads? I forgot his name.
with the dread.
Alonzo. Yeah, Alonzo.
No,
That
no,
was
no.
it.
I'm talking about her ex had dreads.
That's not Patrice. That was Maya.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was Maya's date with the plug.
That's Maya.
is she
That
okay? So okay, that's what I mean. Okay. So here's the problem. She made the statement. Listen, leave me alone. She made the statement that he was still in love with her. Did
she
y'all
did.
catch
Yes.
that?
No, we caught it.
I was nervous because I thought he was gonna act a fool, to be honest.
Nervous.
Me too.
I was happy that he was there because of the simple fact that is this unfiltered today, or are we being bougie and cute? Are we being bougie ghetto? Are we just being hood? I don't know. Tell me, because it's certain ways
You
I
the
look.
one started off with the damn mystical. Yeah, you tell
I'm one
her.
in a million, baby. So I'm me all day. I don't
Let's
know.
just keep it a book. Let's just keep it a book because they
Please
got me
do.
on fire this week. They got me on fire. People messing. They got me on fire. Let's just keep it a book. And when you look at her ex and you look at the people that was across from her,
Come
let's
on here.
this to me.
I don't think she done. I don't think that's a closed door. To be
No,
honest,
it's not.
I don't think it's a closed door.
Oh, he still that dude is not going to move away from that because he got
No,
something
no.
to her and he knows what it is that she wants. He knows what it is that she likes, and he can provide it for her, and he know it. So he gonna
Right.
come back door in the front door anytime he get ready, and I'm gonna put a stamp on it because Miss Monica said so. He gonna tap it all the time. So if any one of them think that she's their connection, well then I'm sorry to tell you, baby, because that is the postman. He the pool boy. He Amazon drop off man. He all of them men. And when
He the
you
milkman.
Okay,
mhm,
I died now back.
and when you at work trying to get a 9 to 5, but the plug is driving through, dipping and swerving, he right over there dipping with her. And you
I
Cause she
think
don't think
called
it's
him.
a. I don't think it's
Cause
a
she
dip
called
in.
him.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a dip in. I don't think he's. I don't think like the feeling that I got
mm,
and the way that he was firing off them financial questions,
Hmm.
like, and he was supposed to make them feel uncomfortable. right? But I don't think they
Right.
expected to feel like I felt it through the TV screen. I was like, ooh, baby, y'all didn't ask me questions fast enough. Ooh, Justin, put your
Yeah, he was
eyebrows down.
confrontational.
Ooh,
Yeah, he
no,
was
he was
popping them.
no, he wasn't
It wasn't bad.
confrontational.
It wasn't
He
bad. Not a
he
bad
put them
confrontation. He was forward.
he put them on notice that if you don't have A, B, and C, she gonna leave your ass at X. I'm just letting you know
Oh,
right now.
facts.
And he
Facts.
said it without saying it, cause she didn't say
She
nothing. She I,
she
because
knew not to say too much in front of him because
because
she
he
him,
didn't
know
say
what's up.
nothing. She didn't say nothing.
but him and her already got a they got a they have a understanding. See,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he might do some things that doesn't allow him to give her his full attention, and she
Mm-hmm.
wants all of him, but he can only give her a little piece, right?
She don't want all of him. She want what she want when she want it. She don't
Now,
know what the hell she want.
don't think that. I think that with him, it's certain men that you want all of them. And so if you can't have all of them, you'll take a little piece, but it's not satisfying to you because in the back of your head, you already
I
know.
got one of them too. Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, he ain't never gonna all the way be in, and you taking a gamble and you taking a short of your life, holding your life up,
Mm-hmm.
waiting for him to come around. So
But she
that's
cool
why
with it. If she
she
cool with it, I love it.
she cool with it. Cause I mean,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with that. Because that nigga was fine.
Ooh, Jesus.
He was all right. He was
Nigga
all right.
was
Don't do that, Tamasha. Don't do that.
I'm not. My mouth wasn't watering, but I seen that plug love, and I said, "Oh, I don't have a few of them collections." He was handsome, but
picture of
he was all
him,
right.
Lord, so I could just post it right
Yeah,
here.
he wasn't ugly, you know what I'm saying? But he was for me to look at him in this context with Maya was perfect because it gave me hindsight into what really she's looking for. Because early on, if you notice, we was kind of really pitching. We all had a certain type of man in mind with her because of how she carried herself and the type of way that she
Mm-hmm.
moved from what we seen with her. So now we see him.
She
So
want a financial
me,
backer.
right,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And so after seeing her ex, I was like, wait a minute now. So she ain't gonna let nobody slip through the crack. So I'm looking like if you opened up and you had a whole bond with him and to the point to where you bringing him on TV to be a representative of your ex and to talk, and I'm looking at the other men and I'm like, okay, not necessarily trying to profile and be critical, but just kind of looking at it, I'm like, these guys seem like they have the things that her ex was lacking when it comes down to just functionality. I know plenty of women that are with men that make lots of money and may acquire that money however they do. However, there's always that grinding point, X amount of time down the road, where it's like, damn, I like the way I'm living, but our quality of life is always always subject to, or always in limbo, or always on fire in this area. And that doesn't work. So for me, I feel like if just kind of pitching it, I'm like, well, maybe she came on the show to break that type of to kind of expose herself to something new from that end. And even though, and he got a chance to kind of see for himself, okay, yeah, I may have all the money in the world and I could get it that way, but when she go home, she don't want to deal with XYZ. Don't nobody want to deal with some of the things that come along with how people make their money. So just it was a whole lot. I thought that was
Well,
interesting to see
it
that with
could
her.
not be none of that. It could have been that
Yeah, I don't think that's what it is.
it could have been that she
Yeah,
came on the
it
show
don't matter.
and then
Just
brought.
taking a perspective.
Well, hold on. It could have been that she came on the show to bring him on the show to put a little fire
Possibly.
in him. Also,
That's what I was just saying. That's what I
to
just got
make him
done saying.
stand up and be like, "Look, this is what I'm about to do because I'm
That's
trying to
that's
get
what
with
I'm
you,
Right.
saying.
but this what you doing. So to let you know that I'm for real, you need to step your game up because
That's my point.
the way that he was looking like he wasn't even concerned about them, like they was
Mm-mm.
Exactly. Like they
He was
wasn't
not.
even like it wasn't even no competition. Cause
No.
William had to literally, we've never heard William run down his finances.
Right.
Like and it okay, you have multiple streams of income. However, you kind of don't. You kind of do and you kind of don't. But she is looking for a financial backer for her business. So that means you have to have a steady stream of income just for her. We ain't talking about for yourself.
See, I wouldn't put
Look at
it all
that
just
thing
on
right there.
financial backing. Yeah, see, for me, I
Yeah.
don't look at it all as financial back. And like I say, we can all jump into
Mm-hmm.
this here from a few different perspectives. I just think it's a like people use this show in
There
a
you
lot of
go, Miss
different
Bell.
ways.
There you go,
So
Miss. I brought him to the screen for you, baby. You
Yeah,
see,
he is right there.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
there,
He's a look.
there he
He's
Like
a
in
handsome.
is.
is in,
Hold
honey.
on,
He's a
hold on,
handsome.
hold on, guys. There's Mustafa.
Huh?
Yeah,
Hey, you
Mustafa.
whispering for? What?
His name is Mustafa.
Oh,
Mustafa,
Yes,
like Sim.
like the
Oh,
Lion
like Lion
King.
King.
Lion King, baby.
Jinx. Shut
Yes,
up, Tasha.
Mustafa.
Simba, you
so
must remember.
Right. Everything that light touches will soon belong to you when you the future king. Girl, look, don't play with
Oh,
me. I got
now
that
my
shit now.
Tyler. Mm.
Listen, what a wonderful phrase. Look,
uh,
Okay. Yeah.
see, listen, listen, for my plug love, I have no problems with such, but I would be very curious about that W2. I'm like, but yeah, but he definitely looked like all the thrill and the real of everything that could satisfy up to that point. Yeah, I'm not, that man don't look like he lacking nothing, which is why I think he was speaking how he was speaking, but obviously it's something. And I feel like it was getting under his
let me
skin
tell
to sit at that table. You know what I'm saying?
Maya is
You
a pretty
know?
lady. Maya got a lot going for herself. She got the
Yes, you
entrepreneur.
do.
She don't have no kids. The world is in her
Her-
hands.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
She can pick and choose who she wants. Now we have a shortage of men. We have more women than men, and we know that. Everybody knows that. But when
Right.
you have all the check marks, then you at the top of she in the front line of these young women. She in the front line of these young women. Now,
She got options.
my type of woman like I was back in her day. I love me a man that I can dress up, but I love me a man that can pick me up and thug me out.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
a yeah,
Mm-hmm.
him's a thug.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Mm-hmm.
She
Him's
can
a
Mm-hmm.
thug.
he can put on the suit and shut the room down, and he can walk in the hoodest place, and niggas will move to the side. That's what type
Absolutely.
of man that
He
really be
he
looking
look like
for.
when the lights is off, he'll choke you just a little bit.
But then it be them chokes you like.
Right. Just choke me just a little bit.
I don't
Just
want to choke me now.
No, just
I'm
choke me
like,
just a little bit.
just a
You know,
little,
like when you getting out of pocket, he'll snatch you up and be like, "Who the fuck you talking to? Like, sit your ass down." Yes,
yeah, I get
daddy.
that.
just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yes, daddy.
I just want to tell Maya. If anybody talking to Maya, because you know the women on this Ready to Love don't really look at the blogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I bet they
anybody,
do.
any of you
The shit
sassy
down.
women that are on the show, y'all talk to her. Let her know that we appreciate and we thank her for bringing us someone on this show to look at.
Look, he need to be in that
Yes.
process now. Listen, he would have been nice to see in that process. Like he's a listen. Eye
No,
candy,
cause
all that would have
no,
been nice to see. Yep,
no,
I
no.
would have
Hold
loved
on.
to see him shake up the spot.
No, 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 no. See, this is see. He's not. He's not the air that he has. He's not the one that's gonna let somebody holler at him. Did you hear me? He looked like he would choke somebody. Like not on the.
Yeah,
He don't look violent, but he do look thuggish, to where he's not finna, cause he's not coming to play with nobody.
No,
And
okay.
a lot of these people on this cast is playing a lot of games and being really manipulative, and some of them are liars. And
So
everybody don't play games like that. You have to be very careful in today's society with things like that. You have to be very careful with your mouth. So if you don't have it to back up, you probably ought to be quiet.
yeah, say it again for the people in the back.
If you don't have
If
it
you
to
don't
back
have
up,
it,
you probably ought to be quiet.
out to be
And
quiet.
you
So
ought to be quiet.
okay, so we're going to talk about so let's talk about that. The conversation that he had with William and Justin, right?
Just mm-hmm.
Okay.
hmm
Now, um, so the outcome of this, I can't say because I got an NDA. I can't say anything because I'm confused on that as well. Because one of the people that which we thought should have been there was somewhere else at another connection when we don't think he should have been. So I'm so confused. Okay, so now we know William had a big crush on Maya. We know that he was really digging her, and she made him feel a certain type of way because she's that type of girl. And we know that Justin and her look good together on paper and face.
Yeah, but see when that Mississippi came out, because he said, "How much I got to make?" Yeah, that he checked out at that moment, like
Justin was done.
Yeah, that was a wrap.
Was done.
That's
He was
Mr. Humble Pie.
Yeah,
Mr. Humble Pie.
he started doing calculations in his head. He said, "Oh, hold on, I got to make a certain amount."
We're not
Oh
doing
no.
Listen, he ain't hearing that. As soon as he mentioned that she needed, that she was big on finance, he already had said in his mind. And I appreciate that about Justin. I'm real big about a person standing on where they know they can and where they will not cross over. There's a lot of people that'll fall into that bait and get prideful and you can't tell me what I make, whatever. But I appreciate the fact that he knows exactly what he stands for.
Well,
Hey, I'm not pressed for children. I'm not pressed for the money. So I'm cool with that.
We have two different people in that category. We have the one that will do whatever it takes to make you think that they got it when they don't got it.
Mm-hmm,
right.
Mm-hmm.
We have the ones that's gonna be like, I'm not doing that. I can't do it. I ain't finna do it. And you can just go on kick rocks. So we have those two different type of men and women. And those men that make you feel like that they can give you the world, but they ain't got shit to stand on, or they going in broke to try to impress you, then they end up still being lonely because now the woman is feeling like, well, you lied to me.
You made all these promises you couldn't stand on
Yes.
business. But
feeling
I respect
deceived.
Justin because and I think Justin genuinely is ready to love because he came in authentic from the beginning.
He did.
So when now that we on episode 8, and that man running him down by finances, he said, yeah, we on episode 8. He said, yeah, we almost finished. He said, I ain't got that. I'm a PE teacher. And I respect that. Where Monica go? Monica, where you went, girl?
She probably pushed play on that beat. I ain't no telling what's going on. Look, we here. She's got to be here, right? Yeah, she's still up in here.
Yeah, she in there. I just don't know. Where is Monica?
I'm sorry.
Here she go.
Look at
Look, quit
her.
pressing
What
all
you
them
got
damn
going on
buttons.
over there?
There's that crowd, baby. I'm sorry.
See?
Oh, so you want to have? Oh, so you can have a team, but we can't have a team. Okay. Look, let me quit.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, so I respect Justin, and Justin is a stand-up dude. So he's not going to go in making nobody think. He did just like Cuff did, Chris did.
Yeah.
With when that came up with him. That girl said she need a Birkin bag, and Chris said,
Right. What do y'all think about Rashina and her ex?
Okay.
Mr. Glitter. Mr. Glitter.
Let me tell you something. I want Rashina and her ex to go back together.
Right. That's unfinished business, baby.
That's what I don't know if he has a new wife and he's going on and he done did.
He didn't look like it.
What I tell
Right,
you,
he had no ring.
that I was more interested in her being with her ex than her being with anybody else, because for the simple fact that when a relationship looks like it makes sense, it's like what happened? Like, let's fix this. They look like they make sense.
Yes, they do. They do.
You know how when you be with somebody for a long time and then they be like, well, y'all start look like sisters and brothers because people start be with them. So like they look like I can see them and their kids together and just seeing a beautiful picture. Like,
yeah, Chaz looked like the odd man out. Like he didn't look comfortable. He didn't look confident like he normally does. And it just, I don't know. It made me feel kind of like, ugh. Like, why are you here? Another one. Why are you here?
I mean,
third wheel energy.
I loved Rush. I loved her guy's energy. I love how grown man he was. Like he's a real grown man. You don't catch a lot of grown men like that. That act like a grown man. And he all of that energy, and he was so positive. And I was just like, oh my God. And they look good together.
Yeah.
Rashina,
but we don't know
We don't know the backstory.
We don't know the backstory.
Yeah.
What y'all thought about Dom? I'm so disappointed.
Baby, that was funny to me because he was truly oblivious. I don't know what in his mind told him about his where he was standing with his connections. I was curious to know more because he genuinely looked like he was so surprised that nobody felt the connection from him. And I was looking like, what language have you been communicating? Because we barely seen the man on the show. So when that comment was made that he was near forgotten in the process, that they forgot about him, I was like, damn, I'm not the
That's the
only
truth.
one that
That's
sees that.
yeah. It was a truth. Cause I was like, oh yeah, I'll be forgetting about little body, little
Girl,
baby ball spot.
girl, I was surprised that he was acting like he didn't know he was gonna go home. I'm
That made
sorry.
me laugh. That made me laugh
Yeah, I
a lot.
chuckled
I
too.
wasn't trying
Cause
to
that
laugh at him, but that was
I
funny.
did. Cause that baby had a whole out of body experience. Cause he was like, how dare you? The only thing was missing was how dare you? The nerve.
Listen, he might as well have just said
Clutch.
it. He was like, how could you say this about this body? Look at my
Like,
physique. What do you
how
mean going
dare
home?
you?
Like,
I am
yeah,
Dominique. Do you know who
put
I
you.
am?
You see my muscles? Do you see this? Huh?
Along
You
with the
can't
ball
send me home.
spots.
Like that's what I was seeing. I was waiting on him to get up and be like the music to change, and he rip off his shirt and be like, I'm staying. Like I couldn't figure out nothing. I was
I
waiting on
think
something to come in to
because
save
he
it.
was he was real smooth at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was the girl's favorite in the beginning.
On
But the main
presentation.
yeah, no, but I mean just the way he talked and his aura was real welcoming and like okay,
Yeah, he was.
but he's very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
said
there
he
might be a
disappeared for
reason
like
for
a
that.
week. Yeah,
Yeah,
in the
there might be
lounge,
a
I think
reason
they
for
said he
that.
was. Yeah, I'm like something. You know what? That's a good point because I'm like, we really didn't. They didn't really dive into his narrative for real. Like they really didn't give us something to kind of understand more of his world. So I was curious. I was surprised when the ladies actually. I was thinking they was gonna say something about him on the up and up because I really didn't hear about him, see about him. But when everybody was like, "Yeah, I ain't heard from him in this long, and it's been a week," and I'm like, "Damn, what you got going on? Like what?" What's your process looking like? Because now you got the very women we thought was going to be a connection. They're saying they ain't heard nothing from them.
And then
So
and now they turned off.
right, because they don't know what now the process has moved on. So I think reunion time. I will be looking to see more of some dialogue from him because I didn't even know the man could speak English for real until he was sitting there getting
What?
eliminated. Because I
What?
I mean, he barely spoke. I was like, hello. Like he might be a guy that just relies totally on his looks. Maybe he thinks that his presence is enough. I don't know. But I had an expectation when I seen him as far as, okay, he looks like he can hold a conversation and he's, mature. He has all of that. And he starts out strong, but
Mm-hmm.
something disconnected and something happened. So I'm like smooth with that kind of like I wonder what was going on in the backdrop to make that disconnect happen. Like because it happened with not just one person but with a few. So
Yeah, because I'm going through my notes and they was just Dom. Oh, I love me some Dom. And
Don
by the
didn't,
time
Don
we
didn't
get
come through. Don didn't produce.
but by the
nah,
time we get to episode 4, they don't even mention I have I take my notes. They're not even really talking about him, they ain't even really bring him up.
that
Same
took
thing
me
with
out.
Don is not memorable.
I think because
Mm-mm.
his main connection was Alexis.
And yes,
So
and
when she
You know
went
what? That's
home,
true.
be honest with you, was that
yeah.
a connection? Because they don't look like they would make sense. She look like her daddy, and she look like she finna go to the basketball court and play some basketball. Like these people.
No, they had stuff in
Yeah,
common, and their conversation was easy going.
no.
So
I didn't see it.
I I did. It just would need to be cultivated, and I don't think that this show is a good fit for
Mm-mm.
introverted people like themselves to be. You know what I'm
That
saying?
makes sense.
To cultivate anything stronger, like this short amount of time for them because they move so cautiously. It's not enough time for them, so they would have to
But
meet up on their own
let me tell you
time.
what I let me tell you what I did notice though, because even though Mr. Silent Thunder was quiet, what I did notice is he had a whole lot to say when Vanessa got to talking about her friendship with her person. that she
Yeah, I
brought,
didn't like
and
that.
and it
That
was
turned me
interesting
off from him. I didn't like that.
because now he can speak it in English. Now he want to say how he feel.
Remember
Why are
when
you saying that man don't speak no damn English? The man speaks English. He just
okay,
don't talk
Yeah,
a lot.
but
all right, then that's it. That's what I say.
I
But
don't remember,
that's how I say that.
I don't remember
I'm
who
like,
Vanessa brought.
Huh?
I don't remember.
she,
Hold on, let me
it
get
was,
there. Hold on.
yeah, I was
I
gonna say
got you.
his, yeah, he was, I like what she
Vanessa
brought
brought
to
her ex
me.
Thomas.
And she I like her presentation of it because it made me think about situations where I know everybody has been. Not every male friendship or relationship has to continue to be on that level, or it doesn't even have to be physical at all. And so when she kept pointing that out, like, so what's the problem?
Because
You know,
like, why they like what kind of friends are they? Like
right,
And see, that's
and
giving trust issues to me. You
right, and
have
so
they
something
meant
wrong with you. Yeah, you got trust
So
issues.
I'm glad that she flagged that for her because even though because she had a lot of attention coming at her too, so for me, it's like she was able to filter through all the energy coming through and still able to catch some of that stuff without being too smitten. So it had my ears up when she said it out of her mouth, like, hey, he, has no problems with his friends. And it doesn't seem like it would even be a problem with her. But with him on site, it doesn't matter. He don't want to hear it. It just he has a made up mind almost of what he feels. So that was interesting because again, he really didn't speak much. They didn't show much. That's why I said no speaking English because he was so they only showed images of him really. They didn't really go into his personality. But the one time he does really come out, or at least the one time they do choose to show him
It showed him in a
speaking,
horrible
they
light.
show him right. They show him under that light of inquiring. So even though I know he was probably inquiring, which ultimately he's inquiring about their friendship or whatever, the way he said it screamed insecurity. The
well
way he said
It's
it,
in, yeah,
that made
yeah.
me
that's
that
why
made
He
me think
crazy.
that's why
okay, you one of them ones. When we get
Yeah.
home, you gonna be, who is that? Oh, is it friend? Let me see your phone. Let me just, like I don't know if I could ever satisfy that part of you because your mind is so made up. And I don't think this show had enough time to peel back the layers to figure out why he was even that way. So
It's giving turn on your location and he got a GPS tracker in your car for me. Like
right, pin me
that's
your shit. Right,
yeah, I don't
right.
like stuff like he
that's why he at home and he not making it to the cookout
to the getaway.
to the getaway. Just like with them text messages that we read that he was in there popping in and popping out, acting like he went to sleep and woke up and like, what happened? Yeah.
I don't think it was an actor. I really think that his because everybody has their own impression of what the show is supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even if they watch prior seasons, everybody comes in their own brain. Okay, I'm gonna go in, and this is my thought process going into this situation. And then once you get there, you realize, oh, wait a minute, this ain't what I thought it was. Let
Yeah.
me let me back up a little bit, because they want them to get in there and get to know each other, and then they give them all these tasks, so they can go on these dates. But I don't think that I think he started to pull back, which I understand because people true colors start coming out, not just behind the scenes, but on camera. You see a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things like, and see, for me, I get it because it don't take that much for me to cut it off, because I can cut it on and I can cut it off. So if I see something, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna keep giving you chance after chance. I'm gonna just go ahead on and do my own thing. God bless you. If I talk to you, it's probably gonna be dry when I talk to you, and I'm going about my business.
But then also Vanessa really like nobody really just had a connection with him like that other than Alexa. Then like you said, she's gone. So at this point, Vanessa, we all know Vanessa is high dry on Chase.
Chaz.
Okay.
And he stuck on her too.
And he's stuck on her. But I think that Chaz is being influenced by others. And when you have people that are trying to control the narrative of the show and everything that goes with the show, and don't let them know that you, if you get a connection, you see what happened on the last episode, Gene, they're gonna vote you off, so you got to keep it moving around. And I get that because it is a show and that's what you're supposed to do. But when you get in when you get in episode 8, it's time to start narrowing it up. It's okay to buckle down in the last 3 episodes with your connection.
Well, that's going to be a requirement, because that's why when they go to the getaway, Tommy's going to tell them, all right, now I'm finna, because he tell them, pack a bag, y'all finna go to this little cabin or whatever. Now it's time to start solidifying y'all's connections and making some decisions. He said
Now,
it every damn season. So
now let me throw this in here because I find that interesting. Idealistically, that's what we're looking for. Okay, we've been on 7, 8 weeks. Now you guys should be narrowing it down. But what it seems like is happening, and there's always one every cast, but based off what they show with these previews for next episode, it looked like Chaz heard that and said, okay, I need to apply some pressure in and filter through this my way. So he biting through strawberries with one, holding hands with this with another. So it's like I wonder just in general, because even up to the bridge, when it's time for them to decide, we see them still doing that elimination even out of there too, right there. So I, I don't know how realistic. Do you think that maybe because the process is narrowing down, that the pressure to actually choose that one is outweighing their ability to actually make a right decision? Like, do you think they're just flighty making these decisions or something like that? I feel like there's some kind
yeah,
of disconnect.
You're asking
Like,
me,
what do you?
you're asking Smooth, because my opinion is not going to be based on the show. My opinion is going to be based on what's going on behind the scenes. So I think I'm just
Well, of course, all of
yeah.
that. I mean, I thought we was keeping it above. Yeah,
I think it's because it is pressure.
yeah.
It is pressure. It's they do it every season,
Mhm.
and there's always some kind of discombobulation every getaway, because
Mhm.
we
Yeah,
think it's one way, and then if some, like Chaz has 2
they,
connections. He has Vanessa and he has Patrice or
hmm,
No, it's machine.
Rashina,
yeah.
right? So now, but his level of connection varies with both women.
Mhm.
You know, I think a little bit emotionally and intellectually, he's more attracted to Vanessa, but physically, he's more attracted to Rashina.
So would that make him ready to love? Because as you
No,
speaking, I'm asking myself some questions. Like, you know what? Because you're making me, as you was talking, it made me think
yeah,
about a person
Mhm.
that
no,
it was one person that met somebody and they really was having a problem. Like we was telling them, okay, you need to settle down because you just got too much going on. And he literally looked at us in the face and was like, I feel like I'm in love with 2 people. So that's kind of what Chaz makes me think of. Like, I
and
love
but
this
that's
person's mind and I
yeah,
love this. So how do you
but
think
that's
that's like,
okay though. That's normal. That's
okay?
life,
So you think that's
because
the process of getting ready to love, or do you think that's conducive for this? Maybe that's what he's doing, trying to
well, I mean,
see, like,
remember, because he had a connection with Alexis too, and
right.
then
He seems
everything
to connect
changed.
very easily.
Right, but that was a physical connection with them.
Right.
And then once he got wind of the drama with Koshia
Hmm.
and the wheel situation, he shut that down and he left her out for the wolves. That's why she got voted off so easily. Because
Mhm.
Right.
nobody spoke up in her defense.
Mhm.
Nobody.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if he's that easily swayed and he
Hmm.
don't even have all the information, then no, he's not ready to love.
No,
Because if I love you, only Jesus himself is going to be able to, you know what I'm saying? I need to,
Right.
nobody, no outside entity is going to be able to tell me something about you to,
Say it again. Yes, because
to
that's it.
change,
That's what does it with him, with
yeah,
me. That right there, what you just said.
to change my course of action with you if my intention is to get to know you. You see what I'm
See,
saying?
and that's my thing, because he
Because
seems
he
so
switched up
easy
on them.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
he moves around a lot, and so to me, that would, even though I know we're in a process, I can understand that. But if we're taking the process and kind of asking her, like if we was in a process and we're in that situation, my mind towards Chaz would be like, you know what? I think he's genuine in what he's saying. I think he genuinely feels these connections that he's having with each person, but he's really sensitive, like trigger sensitive to it, to where I'm wondering, okay, maybe we're connected and you go to the gas station and you connect with somebody there. Like you pick up so many, it's so easy for you to do it. It screams instability, or I can't find that ground in you to
But
really feel
listen,
confident. Like,
but
I
he
don't know.
made that statement. He said that his biggest fear when it comes down to relationships and getting married is picking the wrong person.
That's
That
everybody's
might be
fear.
why he move around. But see, that might literally
No,
be
because
why he's moving
but
around.
look at it. But if you look at go through from episode 1 to current to present, he wasn't connected with Rashina.
He was not.
No,
He
he
was
was
not
not.
connected. Exactly. So he wasn't trying to get up on Rashina until the Alexis thing came out.
Yeah, about 5 or 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
now that the Alexis thing then came out, that's why I don't that's why he's putting a lot more intention into Vanessa. But I think he's testing the waters with Rashina just to see where it's gonna go.
Well, they having this mind. They having this the men period, not just not just this cast. It's men. Men feel like they always have to have another option, and
Hmm.
that's always see women. We can focus on a lot of women don't date multiple. They have to focus on one person at a time, right? Because we actually have to go in and really see what it is that you have. Now we'll cut you off real quick, but we are focusing on you. Men don't do that. Men gonna continue to focus on her because they're trying. Well, always in the back of their head that somebody else may have it better, may do it better. Something they always having it. That's what he's doing. Like, well,
Yeah.
and then if you have people in your ear swaying you, because you're not now, you understand. See, this is a clique of men. They're a sorority. The ready to love, restless geek squad. This is what they are. So now they are all together and they're getting advice from each other on who should go where, who should go, who's going to be good with who. I can probably hear them saying, and this is just my Miss Monica's opinion because I know I'm 40, finna be 49 years old, so I done dealt with plenty of men and people in general. I'm a people's person. Customer service is my thing, so I meet a lot of different people and I know how people think. I could just hear them saying, "Well, Vanessa, she the flight attendant, but she nice, she a Christian girl, and she gonna do this, but you have to look over there. She got the 2 kids, she done been around, she done did this, she done did that. So you have to think about like which one is gonna be this, which one is gonna do this. So then you got all these, the devil and the angel in your ears, and you don't know where to go, so you confused. So he's definitely confused.
He's not confused
He not confused.
because he's not confused because Vanessa from day one had zero vision on Chaz. Like she was zeroed in on Chaz and Chaz was zeroed in on her. Then I'm sure somebody said, hey, you need to explore outside of just zeroing in on Vanessa. So
Mhm.
then he said, okay, I'm gonna go on a date with Alexis. Him and Alexis knew they had a physical connection. And then again, somebody else got in his ear and was like, hey, she a shit starter. Okay, I'm gonna X her out. Who else out there? Okay, Rashina. Now I'm gonna focus some of my attention on Rashina. So I don't think he's feeling Rashina either, other than for a physical connection. I think he really likes Vanessa.
Well,
But
I put
he's
this.
not trying to put all his eggs in one basket on
Yeah, he too
Vanessa.
easily swayed. He too easily swayed for me.
What I'm saying when I say he's confused, he's not confused on who he wants. He knows that he likes this young lady. They have a genuine connection. This episode, right,
Yeah.
this scene was the one of the best ready to love scenes that I've ever seen since I've been watching the show. This was a genuine connection of two people that was actually feeling each other for the first time. I thought this was amazing. Now he ain't got all this rah-rah in his ear, so he don't know what he's doing because he's not being a leader. He's being a follower, and he's not following his mind or his heart. He's following what other people are saying, and so
Yeah.
that right there alone will get you messed out of your blessing. So I don't know what's gonna happen at the end with him. I didn't get no tea on that. But I hope that he makes the right decision. And also, this young lady right here is not to be played with, because one thing I do feel about her, she's not gonna let you just play with her. She's just gonna move on.
I mean, she a flight attendant, so
Yeah.
I would too.
She's just gonna move on. She's not gonna sit around and be waiting and talking about, oh, maybe later, oh, this and that. She's not gonna do that.
Well, we finna see, cause she finna get an eye full of her and her blanket come Friday, so we'll see. Cause I know her heart fell down to the bottom of her toes when she seen these two fools sharing this strawberry, and that's something intimate that they was doing. It's not something they wasn't being playful. That was a very intimate moment with them.
Yeah.
So I would be like, wait a minute, what is this? Y'all done did this before? Cause I wouldn't do that with no stranger.
No.
So I mean, it would definitely bring up questions for me, and it would make me side eye both of them. Like, what y'all got going on? Cause where this come from? What is this energy?
Yeah, that's a lot. And
Folks laying in the bed holding hands. I would have an issue. So I wouldn't blame her if she got an attitude. Cause if you telling me and we talk every day, according to them, if we talk every day and you giving me the impression that I have your undivided attention, and it's supposed to be us, and you got your whole mouthpiece with this strawberry on this other lady, we have a problem.
and
we
you
have a
can't
problem.
And that right there that's not nothing to that you can. I don't care if they say, oh, well, you gotta watch the whole episode and see. No, we see that right
No,
there.
because you see her whole if this was animated, the way that girl was standing in that plate glass window, that sliding door with that ugly blanket, she looked like all that was missing was the music. Like if she was in some kind of drama, or romantic rom-com where the main character get their heart broke, that would have been the scene.
Chaz in his moments.
But I'm just saying, like, okay, so let's say hypothetically, her and Chaz got intimate, and then he went and got intimate. You know what I'm saying? He did the strawberry thing. That's an intimate move. So she looked hurt. She looked hurt. And then wasn't he the one in the bed with holding hands, and she walked in on him? Oh, okay. So all the way around, you showing me that you really not giving a damn about how I feel. You just doing what you want to do. So now we got a problem. Yeah, it's gonna be some drama.
I'm waiting for next episode on that one because I'm curious to see how much they're gonna show of each. Because this one is supposed to be a fully packed one. I have never seen a group come out of that mansion and or getaway the same. They all go in one
Of course
way,
not.
barely hanging on by a string, and they come out of there with knives, bullets, and guns and running because the truth of it, like the pressure is on up in there. So when I seen that strawberry scene, that told me already. Well, this group ain't got no problem with expressing themselves as far as in that type of environment. So I'm intrigued. I'm curious.
But that leads me back to my previous statement. If you that comfortable on national TV sharing a strawberry, what else y'all been doing? Because you don't do that with no stranger.
In the name of connections, in this particular realm,
connection, all right.
That might be a consensual situation under a certain umbrella.
I ain't saying it is. I ain't saying it ain't. I'm just saying I can count on one hand in my 50 years of being on this earth how many strawberries I have shared like that. No.
Oh, I'm not going to count. Well, I'm not. You know what? I would love. I can't even participate in your statistics.
Well,
but
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's real intimate.
And
it could be perceived as intimate, or it could just be truly we in the moment. I've seen both extremes of them, and that's really up to the interpretation of the person on the other end, and that's how breakdowns I feel happen. Well, one person is caught up, and another one's taking it real.
Well, this is that's the problem. You're not ready.
It is.
In this
part.
Wait, say it again. Say it again, Monica.
he's not ready to love at
I
this
just said it.
this
Exactly.
point of the process, and this is what you're doing. This right here,
Exactly.
this right here is when he should be. The getaway is when you connect with your connection at this point, and the
Yeah,
person
you focus in.
the
Yeah.
person that's left standing there with no connection needs to be the one to go home.
Correct.
Exactly. But if you got 3 or 4 connections, you're not ready. You still got.
But he don't have 3 or 4 connections. I'm really and I pray that I'm reaching, but I don't think that I am.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think that I am. I really think that because they way too comfortable to like right now. I mean, we in episode 8, and they haven't had we haven't seen any resemblance of this in 8 episodes. Now we see the clip for next week, and y'all all kissy, man. Come on, get off the gas. Something happened, or y'all trying to make something happen, but
I
no,
think
something.
Chaz is exploring his because connections. We know what that word means and what it implies, and for the sake of how he moving around, it communicates to me he has interest that he's trying to make sure and see and make sure, So if that's his way, to me, if this is your way of moving around like that and everything, then I would be like Vanessa as far as all right, mental note taken. I already know what's up there. You have nothing. There's nothing else to discuss past this point. It doesn't
Right.
matter what he tries to say or we in the process, whatever. I understand that, and out of respect for how you're going through your process, that's not how I'm gonna do mine. So we're gonna take that opportunity and call it what it is, because your interests seem to be more of a pull than him gravitating and actually solidifying his connection. So
I mean, because even with this picture that Monica got up right now is an intimate moment.
Yeah, it was one of the best. It was one of the best ready to love moments that I have seen.
So
it was a nice moment.
Yeah, but this is an intimate moment, right?
It can be perceived that way. I know this is gonna sound really. It may
But
seem.
they underneath a blanket. What is you talking about?
It doesn't matter. Like, listen, I know this is
Did
gonna
you
sound
watch
radical
it?
for some.
Did you even watch
Listen,
it? Did you watch it? Did you watch
of
that?
course, everybody watched it. But just because they are booed up, it don't matter if they was laying in the bed watching TV. It is amazing what I have heard and have dealt with as far as just people and how their minds think. We see that that's a connection. That's the formation of something authentic. I felt it. But there are people that will go to the extreme of saying, I felt that authenticity and I agree, but it did not go nothing past a moment. That doesn't mean they're going to get married. They don't take it that way. And I think that sometimes that's how certain things.
He didn't communicate it like that to her.
That's not how they've been. Yeah, that's not how.
That's not how they've been moving.
That's not how
she
they've
been going. Yeah, she been going hard for him, and he been going hard for her.
Right.
So, but if that's why I said this was Sheena thing.
It's a curveball.
Nah, bro, it's something bigger than that, and it's gonna be messy because
let's get this moved. Am I not correct? Wasn't Rashina all high on Justin?
Yes.
Okay, enough said.
She started out strong with him in that puppy love.
Never heard her say nothing about Chad, so I'm confused.
Never. Exactly, and that's my point. But I got the notes. I'm looking because I was like, I ain't never heard this girl.
Okay, I want us to talk about this particular scene that I put up. Hold on. So I'm gonna turn it up. Let me see if I can get it from the beginning.
Baby, this thing took me out.
All right, here we go. Y'all hear it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, hold on, because you guys, I won't be able to hear y'all, but y'all will be able to hear it because I was trying to be a DJ earlier and it just didn't work out that way. So let me change the speaker so we can hear it, and then I'm gonna have to figure this one out the next go round. Okay.
He's a gamer and plays.
Oh, you play video games? You don't like dudes that play video games?
It's excessive.
I play and create video games. How often you play? The new game just dropped. I might be a whole weekend. I might call off the day of work.
Oh, see, baby, that ain't gonna work.
Mika ended her relationship with her ex because of video games, and that kind of worried me a little bit.
What do you think he would say some of your weaknesses are?
One thing that I know that I struggle with is not being so attentive at times. 'Cause I can get like wrapped up in my kids and we might get forgotten sometimes. It's not intentional.
It's a thin line. Like, I need space and attention. It's attention. You're gonna have to give me some space. But I also need to know, like, you like me too.
It was a lot of red flags that I saw it and I said, you know what, this is not for me, but I still did it anyway. I don't bring a lot of people around my kids. That's the only man that has been around my kids. My son loved him. So it's like, not only am I hurt, but my kids are hurt too. So I always want to be very selective when it comes to that, you know, bringing somebody into my life.
If her ex was here, what kind of question would you guys have?
All right. So hold on. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the men that plays video games all day.
What are you asking?
How are we feeling about that? She clearly states that her ex played video games all day, and then LaRon says he called off work to play video games.
From my understanding, when I was trying to, because I know that was such a chopped clip, because even online I was trying to make sure I heard it. There is a big swing on it because according to what LeBron has said, and he addressed this at one point, saying that that's what he does as far as his work, and he has to try or play the game or try the product. So it sounds to me that her having her ex as a gamer, that's a gamer, somebody that's really set. Like I know people that they go to work, but when they walk back in that door, they pick them headphones, like they get and they stay there all day and they get caught like there's no substance to anything because you're always competing with this machine that's providing
Are you
gratification.
ready for love? If you thinking that you're gonna be on the game all day,
No, I think that just combining the two, because this was something I was asking him about earlier in the group when he was kind of talking about it, because everybody's been wondering. So give clarification on this. So he's saying, hey, he works in the industry, he makes games, create them or whatnot, or plays a part in that, and then he may take off or test the product. So for me, when I heard him say that statement and considering her past, I said, yeah, she said exactly what I knew she would say, which was not even a problem. Because if I'm leaving a person that was a gamer, even though that may be your work, I don't want to see you on no game, period. And especially if you have children of that age, like she was saying, I got kids that do this. That doesn't cross over for her. So I get that. I know some people that are okay with that as long as they get a check, but I'm not even into gamers like that myself. But from what LaRon is saying, yeah, he may take off of work to play the game. Now that part, I don't know. But as far as his defense of why he does his games, it's because he does that as far as work relation. So that's a real hard.
No, it's not. Let me ask a question.
That's a convoluted situation. I wouldn't do it.
Hold on.
It is because
hold on. But here's the question.
I say so as far as it being convoluted, only because somebody may like him, but they ain't gonna deal with that gamer shit. I don't know anybody.
But here's my question. Why are we just finding out about it now?
Correct. That's the other half. And so I'm looking like, okay,
if this is your occupation, right? Because they have him listed as a systems operations manager.
Correct.
Not a video game creator or
not a videographer or something like that. Yeah.
Or a graphic designer. None of that. Mm-mm. He never alluded to any of that. Mm-mm. Right? So why would you wait until, because the way that it was presented, and I think to me it seemed like he tried to clean it up to fit her mold, right?
Possibly, yeah.
But why haven't we heard of it till now?
Curious question. That's why I'm curious too.
Because he got offended when she brought it up that her ex, spent excessive amounts of time as a gamer, right? Being a gamer and being a creator are two different worlds. So
Correct.
if you're a gamer, that means you do that in your off time and for relaxation or whatever. And then on top, you not only are doing it in your leisure time, but then you turn around and somebody you gonna take some time off work. That's so you cutting into the money. So you can be on the game. Because if you're testing the game, then you should be getting paid for that because that's part of your job, according to you, right?
So he say, right?
So why
Okay.
would you take out? Why would you take money out the household to play the game all day?
No,
Again, a convoluted situation.
let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Think about what you just said, both of you. She said she said that he uses he tests the games when they come out
Yeah,
because
that's what he said.
maybe
Yeah.
part of his income, because you said that he's taking money out of the house by playing games all day by not going to work. But if he's testing them and still getting paid, then I mean I understand that if that's what's happening.
That's the part that I was talking about as far as being
Yeah.
convoluted.
We don't know if that's what's happening, then I definitely understand that. Now this is the point I'm trying to make. Why get offended when she said it?
Because
That
exactly, because you even see his
he,
face contort, like
oh
he had
yeah.
a physical reaction to what she said. It physically bothered his spirit when she said it. So your employment, had nothing to do with it. You were physically offended that how dare you stop messing with your ex because he played video games out there. I play no. See and see what so and then again, why are we just not hearing about this?
See, and that I would be curious to hear, like on the next episode, and even of course in whatever interviews he do. I know because that's been a question from the moment that dropped. Because it's like, yeah, we all knew about you doing IT work, and and of course we know production's production, but even that information, like you say, wasn't released until now. So I know that the tone of what he's being implied of wasn't comfortable. I don't know, and that's why I say it was real. It's a real convoluted situation because if this is how you make your money and this is your security, okay, cool. But you never communicated this either so
Right.
that someone could be aware of the capacity of your work. Now, I know that you work from home because he does work from home, but working from home, playing a game, even though it's money, might be a literal trigger for me because of what I came out of. Not saying you're horrible and the other person's horrible, but that in particular habit or addiction, even for some, is something I don't even want to deal with on site. And so
Right.
that's what I meant when I said it's a real convoluted situation because if and only he could explain it. Because to me, I'm the same. Why would you have to take off work if you're getting paid anyway to test the product? So, or why didn't I hear about this before? He's never elaborated. In any other reference, it's always been IT. But he did provide information out there in the streets. Hey, this is what I do. So to
Yeah,
me,
but his connection don't got that information because she was even shocked. She was like,
right,
what?
it took her back. Right, immediately what it do? It took
That
her
took
right
him
to
out
that
the
spot.
running.
Me and my ex. Right,
At
and
that
that's
moment,
why we
it
got
was
the
dead
pound.
in the water. In that
Right, that's
moment,
why
he
we
was
got the
dead in the
pound.
water. Yeah.
Yeah, so to
So
me, it's like, hey, it's going to be curious to see because even outside of her, this is one of those things where it does come up. I know some people that date people that are gamers, and yeah, they got their bills paid. Yeah, they have a family on presentation, but as far as quality, they don't know each other. They don't have no communication because he's always on the game or she's always on the game. So that's a real sensitive topic in today's world because of this whole big boom with these games. And so he's a trigger on a few levels for somebody that does not view at games at all in any seriousness. On top of what it takes to be a gamer, that's a
yeah, but
real thin line.
if you are a competitive gamer, if you are a software developer, you would have mentioned that in the
Yeah,
beginning. That
yeah,
way
we
it
ain't hear that.
wouldn't be a shock to the system because the way you present it, that mean you be up all goddamn night long on this game. Don't nobody
Yeah,
want
testing the
to.
product. Yeah,
That's man child behavior.
yeah,
Well,
that's
I
a
wouldn't want
fine
that
line.
either.
let's switch gears a minute. I want to ask Move because she's been married as such as me. She's
Yes.
a little bit more mature than us.
Come on now, you're older. You don't do that.
Okay.
Hey, you the OG to me, G. I'm just 42. I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming.
Okay, so I want to ask your opinion, and then Tomas your opinion, because I know I was faced with this when I was married to my late husband. This is something that came up in our relationship. One of the few times that we probably bumped heads or whatever, about making it all about everybody else than the kids and not him.
Mhm.
That's what Mika said, that was one of the things that she needed to work on. That's something that I know that I'm working on. So when God sends me my new person, that I won't run into that same hiccup. So now Justin is over here saying, okay, I get that. I mean, by the way, Justin, I just think you're just great. You're just a great man. Mississippi makes some good men, and I
Don't start
appreciate
that. Don't
I
start
Here
that.
appreciate
you
Don't
go, that
start your
Mississippi
shit.
now.
appreciate
She
Start your
gang, she
shit,
gang banging.
bro.
Look at her. There
appreciate
she
men
go.
from the SIP. I appreciate
Just
you representing us. First, Chris came from the SIP and represented. Now you came from the SIP. I am proud to say, any of my SIP people in here in the chat, throw a purple
look
heart
at
up.
starting that shit.
Throw a purple heart up
You
for
got
me.
me looking right.
So I want to know how you guys, what kind of advice would you give that young lady and other young ladies that probably have relationships that did not that wasn't successful, and that's one of their main things, and now they're working on it, because I know what I'm doing to prepare myself for that. And I still probably got a ways to go, because I still see myself getting caught up into all of my projects and my kids, and then I'm trying to date, and then I'm forgetting to call it. I'm forgetting to call back. I'm like, I ain't got time to go on no date. Like, I'm just like, okay, I thought I was working on this, but it kind of still seems like it's a problem for me to balance.
Okay, so the first thing is to define the intention between both people.
Mm-hmm.
So if both of your intention is to build a foundation and build with each other, then you use that intention to, if you have children. And this is why I tell all people that's trying to get married, been married, you have to set your life up in sections. So
Yeah.
you have to have time for yourself. Your spouse has to have time for their self. Then mommy time with the kids, daddy time with the kids. Then mommy and daddy time with the kids, right? And then you have to have just mommy and daddy time. All of that requires work and effort. Even if it's a Netflix, baby, let's sit down and put on our favorite movie with a glass of wine and just rewind, ask each other how, your day is going. It don't necessarily have to be in a date,
Yeah.
because I know some people, schedule date nights.
Yeah.
You know, I used to have dates with my children, and then my husband, we would have our date night, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it takes work and it takes effort, because life be life, man. You still got to go to work, you still got to pay bills. So
Mm-hmm.
it all takes effort. So if the intention is not met with effort, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you right now, just date to date until you get to a place of comfortability with your businesses, to where you can delegate those businesses and take a moment for yourself, so that slice of time can be devoted to another person.
Yeah. That's some good
So if
advice.
they can't, I can't hear you,
Right.
Monica.
That was good advice.
You can't
I
hear
can't
me?
hear you either, Tomash.
We can hear
You can hear
you.
me?
Well, I can't hear y'all.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
You can hear me?
We can hear you. I can hear Tamaj.
Can y'all hear
Right.
me?
I'm saying
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all.
I can hear you. Oh,
We
Monica,
can
what you
hear
doing over there?
you.
shit.
You,
Gang
y'all,
banging.
Yeah, I can.
Well,
Oh,
look,
that's
I'm
not
gonna
a good
answer while
question
you
now.
work
you
that
have
out.
not?
Yeah, I can't hear y'all at all. Hold on.
No, now?
Oh,
Yeah, no.
well,
Okay, I don't
I was
know.
gonna say,
Y'all can hear me, but I
well,
can't hear y'all.
Yeah,
Hold
we can
on.
hear you.
okay.
Mm-mm.
Well,
I don't
you
know
know
what's
what?
going on.
Smooth had a bomb
Look,
answer.
Tomash, she's
There
just
was a
talking. I can't hear you.
yeah.
Hold on, let me
What
see.
you want me to do? What you want me to do?
Yeah, I didn't
You
do that.
hear?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's something I had to unplug my headphones in.
Oh,
But
you can hear us
Okay,
now.
have to
yeah,
resync
I
it.
got you. Yeah.
No, I was saying I was agreeing with Monica. That was an awesome answer. I think it was great. It was filled with a lot of wisdom with that because everything that you were saying is perfectly true. And this by itself, that question is a topic all by itself. Now, in my case, I have younger babies, and so I think that was perfect because we have all of us have children, and they're all on different age of the spectrum. So I can truly speak to it. I have a recent 6 and a recent 3 year old, and so when it comes to you spending your time with trying to cut all this up. Nothing moved me more than when Mika said that because I felt that that was an honest statement um, as far as where she gets caught up at. And that by itself, how us women throw ourselves into our children comes from a place. You know, of course, it comes from love and all of that, but they will say when everything else is failing, one thing that person is a great parent. So I know a lot of people when marriage is failing, when work is acting crazy, when ain't no money, they dive into being that wonderful parent that they are already because that's that area where perfection is always met and is never short. And they see a return on that because of the connection. And it's hard to open up and have that same flexibility or trust or measure with someone that you're bringing in. And, you know, so for me, I would say, if you are when you start feeling that in your spirit that you are ready to share your time. First off, take it slow. Start assessing yourself and seeing where the need to share is coming from. Make sure you filter it out so it's not so much loneliness versus companionship. Make sure that you check yourself and see if maybe there's more you can do for yourself because you may literally be idle. You might just need something to focus on for yourself. And so that need to want to share, you want to prepare for that when you have children. Especially myself, I went from bachelorette life, on a certain level to immediate parent. You have to accept what those children are going to bring, and they're going to take up time. So when it comes down to making room for a person and even yourself, you have to be aware of that. Sometimes that time ain't gonna be at 8 to 5. Sometimes
Yeah.
that time might be 10 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
Sometimes that time might be a coffee in the morning, or it's gonna be you have, and that might be a challenge for people that are used to system or people that are used to things flowing a certain way, because their life has changed with parenting. So I would say be flexible in your pursuit to want to share your time. Be realistic about what's required of you because you're only one person. And keep in mind that you're not taking away anything because you're needing your time, because it's important for you to be the strongest link out of everything. And if you're not able to focus and get that and share that adult companionship with somebody, you're not going to be any good after a while to those babies, on whatever level. So, I think with Mika, I think that I hope that what she would take with this is saying, you know what, I'm going to trust the support or the setup I have for my children, and I'm going to make an effort to really open up my time even for myself, and if I want to include someone cool, and they would have to understand that. And so
Well, they would
Well,
have
that's
to
that's kind of
all
where I
understand
go with
that
that.
the problem is that if she, I mean, when you're dealing with a guy that doesn't have kids, that's why
yeah.
I think Justin is a good fit because he doesn't have any biological children, but he's
Correct.
but he's already been engrossed around kids. Being a
Yeah.
teacher is a great experience before you have kids, right? So
Yeah.
he's already dealing with the different temperaments. He knows the different changes. He knows how to talk to them, because he's
Mhm.
in PE with them. And PE is where they get they do a lot of running around, get out
Oh, they
muscle and
turned
stuff.
up.
That's the
Right.
favorite class. That's
Right. They
my
turned
So
up. Right.
so he's
that's his
he's in a
favorite
he's
class.
in a he's in a space to where he's active with these kids, right? So but I think for Mika, because I know me as a single mom, I did focus a lot on my kids. And I know
Yeah.
sometimes I got on my kids' nerves because I would hear them the older they be like, God damn, mama up here again, and we gotta and I had to learn like, okay, I need to give them some time. So when they would
Yeah.
come home from school, I would give them time before I start getting on them. All right, now get your room clean, get your school
Mhm.
clothes out,
Mhm.
get this homework done. And then I said, I have to make time. Now that my kids are grown, I had to also learn that just because you're alone don't mean you're lonely.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right.
And I had to
See
learn how
now,
to be alone. So now I like it. I love it.
now I want to. Now it's interesting. I like with Justin because I like his candid honesty, his security, and where he stand. All of that, right? But for me, because when he made that statement, and it sounded to me like a personal, transparent moment where he was like, "I don't mind space, but I also don't want to be forgotten." And it made me think back to a situation when I was in a relationship working at a call center. Girl, I just had to exercise that time because this is my time. Okay, this is
Yeah.
my me time. Okay, they're gonna go in there and they're gonna play with the toy. They're
But
gonna
you
lay down.
got small kids.
And
They don't
so,
understand that right now.
yeah, look, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta be a gangster. Okay, I'm gonna hold this down. I'm the mom. Okay, I had to stack them. I guess I had to get that out. Okay, so what I was saying was this: like with him dealing with children, it made me think about call center job. One day, I had got promoted at this job. I had worked up there. I used to work for Sprint when Sprint was Sprint. As far as for 7, 8 years overall, as far as their financial management, finance analyst positions, right? And so I'm constantly on the phone. I was looking at accounts, all that, right? As soon as I get in the door, all the talking. He wants to talk about everything, talk about it. And it was nothing wrong. But I was so burnt out, not necessarily in the negative, but I was over having conversations. And I had to communicate, hey, can you give me a minute when I come in the door? Because I
Mm.
have to transition because I just got done listening to people for 8 something hours a day, plus the staff. And now I know you talking to me, but I'm by default, it's almost like I'm shutting you up. I don't hear you because I do that at work because I'm trying to. And so for him, when he said that, I'm like, okay, well, we're putting a lot of weight on his familiarity with children. Oh, it would be easy, easy, easy. But just like call center, he may want to come in and not necessarily. It's totally different being a teacher to being a step parent or a potential parent or whatever to them. So he may not necessarily want to just jump and mesh into that right off. Like he may want some transition time to be able to say, okay, let me come in and ease into or step into this instead of walking in with that. Like I know that he's not pressing for children, but just because he's not pressing for children doesn't mean that he wants them in his face 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
And
but I
so
didn't take
that was,
that. I didn't take that
you
from
know,
him. Like,
no, I didn't
so
take that. It was just a thought for me that I was like, you know what? When he said he didn't want to be forgotten, I'm like, you know what? I would put a lot of emphasis on making sure that the time I do have with him, not saying I wouldn't have my kids around, but that I make sure that he has his true time to where at least when we spend our time, if you want to invite that in, cool. But I would want to be more mindful of that to where if he came over 6 days a week at some point when he come over, let me make sure I carve out that exclusive time for us, even if we just sitting there, because he's coming from kids like how I came home from a call center. That was
yeah,
just
but I
more my
think
observation.
for him, he wants to feel like, damn, she do like me too, right?
Of
So,
course,
but you don't necessarily have to do it like carve out specific time like that. I think
no,
because
whatever the schedule,
no, no, no.
whatever
But
it
what
is.
I'm saying is because he comes across very simple, not simple minded, but simple,
Right.
to where you don't. He's not looking for anything elaborate. So,
Mm-mm.
you know, ordering him something to eat, while he's at work,
Yeah,
just showing,
however that goes. Right.
whatever his favorite fragrance is, you know, um, going outside of the box is showing him, hey, I'm thinking about you today. Some kind of
Hmm.
nasty text. Do a little bit of nasty text message just. I think he embraces the little things, and that's what makes him so different from the rest of the guys. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree as far as his personality, but just in that clip, that's what made me think of that though.
Well, I wanna say one more thing about that. Then we're gonna move to the last piece of the last segment on what I wanted to talk about before we end. But with that, also women, this is for young women because us mature, seasoned women, we already know this. But when you go into a relationship and you already have kids, or your relationship failed because of what she said, of she had to learn how to balance the time between her kids, her career, and her man. Men are very, very selfish. it doesn't matter if that's their kids or not. It's not. It doesn't matter if you had the kids with them naturally or you did not. They are very selfish and they want attention. Okay, they get mad with their own kids for taking up the attention.
Yes, they do.
They get mad. So those are some things that when you're going into relationships that you have to understand. Men are like children. They want to be cradled, cuddled. They want to be nurtured. They want to feel like they are the only person in your life at that particular moment. They're going to share you with the kids. They know they have no choice but to do that. But when you don't give them that attention, they act out just like children.
Baby.
Okay, so Monica, I appreciate what you're saying, but it was coming across slightly misogynistic because I think whether you're a man or a woman, we all have a level of selfishness within us. That's why I said the intention on both parts has to be clearly communicated.
And I understand what you're saying too, madam. But I still say what I say. Men are very much more selfish when it comes down to the attention of their mate than women. We okay with you being over there playing the game, not messing with us. We okay with that.
Okay.
I'm not.
With that. But men,
look, I don't mind that little break.
They want you to be up under them, just like he said. I want to know. Reason why I'm saying that because I didn't go through it only once. I went through it with every relationship that I had. Every one of them had a selfish problem when it came down to me, my kids, my family, because I'm a family person, and me and my mom is like super dope close, and me and my kids are like, I spend a lot of time with my family, so I had to make sure that this time was also included with this person because they be looking at me sideways. Well, what about me? And that's one of the things reasons why I'm glad that I took this. Well, not took it because I was forced to take this break, but I'm giving myself extra time before I get into a relationship. So it'd be 6 years since I've been a widow. So I'm giving myself some more time because I know I have boys and they require a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
And now the same thing that I would see in my husband when I had my son. My husband was like he would get mad with me, like he can lay down. He all right. He's a baby. Like what do you need? What do you want from me? I'm tired. I don't want you touching me.
Yeah, you know what they want.
And it was just like all the time. I was just like, you are jealous of the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm
real shit.
And I'm like, okay, so that's not so. No, I know that this is possible. I think all men may not be like that, but majority of them is smooth are. Okay, that's what my experiences is.
Okay, your experience, but I don't want to generalize all men.
I didn't say all men. I say most of them. Most of them
You
that
did say all men.
Well, I said it. I feel like all their asses is selfish.
No, I think all of them got that rod in them because they are men that they want to be acknowledged, and that's all. When I heard Justin, I didn't hear nothing negative. I just heard that, just like what you were saying. Okay, I don't mind the babies.
It's not negative. It's not a negative thing that they.
Right. It's just they want that. Right. That's their thing. Right. That's their thing.
For the women to understand that that's something that you have to learn. Like her, she's learning how to maneuver around that.
Right. She's gonna have to submit to that. Right. That's something they need. Right.
It's not a bad thing because I like my husband about me. I want him to want me to want him all the time. But I had to learn that hey, this is something that he requires. It's nothing upset about and mad about. It's just something for me to learn how to work on the back side. We women, we think we're superwoman. We want to do everything. And sometimes we have to just stop and say, no, I got to do you.
Right. We got to listen to him because you know what? This is going to sound wild, but it made me think when he was talking about that, we had just gave birth to our son. And of course you call a baby a baby. So I'm walking up the hallway and I'm like, oh, my baby. And I'm talking all this goo-goo talk. And he literally had a fit because he said I didn't call him baby. He thought I was talking to him. And I just couldn't understand it. That whole week, this man had an attitude like I had never seen before in my life. And that's when I had an older lady come. She was like the grandma of the block. And she told me straight up that men get jealous now. You got to make sure you spend some time with them. And I'm thinking she was talking about just physical, but she actually communicated you have to make sure you carve out some time because y'all are parents now. You do your own person. You got work. He has his own world. So you got to make sure you balance that beam out. And that was something I had to really adjust to. To just say, okay, let me be conscious of the fact that in the midst of all my 24/7, I've got to allocate some time for him. And that could be competitive when you add things that like children or even for some women or men it could be career, whatever that competitive factor is, that could be difficult. But I had to adjust to that on site, like this is his son and he felt some type of way. And it's truly, they have it in pregnancy books, they'll tell you quick, daddy gets jealous. Is just how they're made,
That's
but it's not in a negative way. It's not like he's gonna do nothing to you, but
it's just that's just how it goes.
right,
But
that's yeah.
well, thank you, ladies, for chiming in on that. Now, let's talk about this. This is the last thing I wanted to bring up and talk
Alonzo.
about Alonzo and Patrice. Now, Patrice likes younger men, as Miss Monica does as well. And what she experienced with Alonzo, I have experienced as well. As him, her wanting him, but also wanting him to be mature at certain times. Now, Patrice felt like Lonzo was being childish with the ex because the ex is a very, very grown man. Lonzo is trying to get there. So she wanted him to impress the ex, apparently. That's just my opinion. So that's why she made the statement that Lonzo needs to grow up. Well, this is my take, and you guys can tell me your take. My take is that I want to give Alonzo a shout out because he listened to understand. This is something that Miss Move talked about on last Tuesday when we had our unexpected guest. Listen to understand. He listened to what she asked him to do and he delivered. And I want to commend that young man for showing up and showing out to how you supposed to pursue a woman and not get offended because she said you may have been acting like a little boy. But what he did was show her, I like to have fun. I like to enjoy life. I like to laugh. And you're right, I might need to man up a little bit. So let me
Right,
show
tighten up.
I can do. And he did that. And I appreciated him for doing that. I thought this was an amazing scene. I'm glad that let us see this because this is what the viewers are looking for, showing others how it is to pursue someone. And that's what they did in this particular scene. My opinion, I thought he did an amazing job and she was happy. And I really like that. So what you guys think about it?
I thought his reciprocity was good. He did here. I think he did well because I think that he'd been going through a lot with his narrative as far as people saying he goofy or immature, this. And so when she said it, as far as just what she, when that question was asked, what's something you could say? And she was like, I can't take you seriously. I just don't know. I can't seem to get that side of you that I know is there. I like the fact that that came out in this because it showed it is there. Now and of course we could peel back the layers on that. Why did it take that to bring that out? Blah blah blah. But I was more appreciative of the fact that he didn't get offended and shoot that down. Because the last time we really seen him square out for real was with Koshea, and that conversation obviously didn't go well. But in this situation, it was like, you know what? I hear what she's saying, and I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna confirm that what you seeing is truly what's there. I'm just this kind of guy, but just know that this is also a part of me as well. And so I think now that he's done that, it makes her accept his personality more smoother, where it's like, okay, that's truly how he is. I could feel secure in that. Yeah, he might be goofy, but he'll have a rose. Like he not goofy in a negative, but yeah, we might have fun this day, but he also know how to be serious. And I think for her that's important because she seems serious, not that she's not funny. And so I think as a balance, him and his humor and his personality and her, he'll take her out of shell and he'll trust her with that. With that. So I think that's going to be interesting to watch this unfold.
What about you, Miss Simone?
I think it was corny.
Look, I was trying to be bad. Come on, I was trying to be good with it.
I knew she was going to say that. Okay, and it was
Look,
corny.
I was
I
trying.
think it was corny. Like, first of all, you got this girl at this museum, like talking about you done rented the whole thing out, bro.
Hey
Like,
man, come on, man. We know that. Oh, we know what happened.
man, I was like, this is the corniest shit.
E for effort.
She tried, man, come on, get off of that. She trying to act like she impressed. He done brought her about 4, 5 roses. Tell me, be careful of the thorns. Man, you couldn't have get none without no thorns, man. Come on, dog. Like,
It's a struggle out there. E for effort.
I'm
We
taking it off.
appreciate.
nah,
I am
look,
taking it
look,
off the screen because you
man,
went
look.
all the way down.
Listen, come on. You asked me, I'm gonna tell you that shit was
Listen, I was trying to be
corny.
good with it too, man. I was like, you know
I'm finna
what?
keep it 100. First of all, let me back up. I want you to do something different. Alonzo, if you listening, do something different with your hair. Okay? We tired of seeing that man bun with them bro.
Yeah, I don't like the
You
bang.
look like a psychiatrist experiment with all them
I don't like the
squiggly lines in my
bang.
eyelids.
Lock Nation, Lock Nation. You know what?
No.
Locks are
No,
okay,
he need
but
to
I don't
lock
like
it
that.
somewhere else because
Yeah, that right
it's
there.
not cute. I don't know if you're trying to hide that forehead. Listen, brother, stop it.
E-
And then look, you could tell her feet hurt because they walked about 35 minutes to get to wherever the hell they was going.
They
Now
was in
I
the
can
museum.
say this. I can say this. I was expecting to have a dinner. I was expecting for him to
That
have a
table was little as hell, wasn't it? Come on, that shit was corny. Now,
what?
well, I think he was looking
Shout out to
for.
On Network for setting that
I'm not
up. You
shouting
know,
that
shout
corn
out to the
ass shit.
network
I'm not corn.
for
Listen,
helping him. You know what I'm saying? Get to that place because we
okay.
know.
First of all,
You was
let's
gonna
understand
say
something. The fact that he took okay, so just because he took her to a museum does not indicate that he showed a serious side. She wanted to
Correct.
know because he a goofball. So she wanted him to she wanted to see like damn like you gonna crack a joke when the rent due like no
No real shit.
because
He
he's
go. You
because
know.
he's a
Let's yeah.
because he's a man. He's another man child. I don't know who selected these people. I don't know. Did y'all get them
okay.
off of Timu?
Let
Did
me
y'all
tell
get
you
them off of
guys.
Fashion Nova?
Okay, let me tell
Stop it.
what? What? Did she think fashion over?
I did. I did. I did. Or they got them off of Sheen because Sheen got a
Now
bankruptcy
see,
lawsuit going
see,
on. They need to vet
see,
these people. The hell?
see.
Hey,
If
Paul.
we
Hey, Tiggy. Hey, all of the fine people in the Instagram, put a purple heart for love.
see,
That was
see,
corny too. Look
see,
at her with the
look,
damn
see,
hearts.
look, with the,
You endorsing
look.
the
I'm gonna
corny
have to do
shit.
that. See, I can't never. I tried to throw up a heart one time, and I threw up
I'm
a
not.
gang sign. That's why I don't even play around with this shit. I can't.
Ooh, for
I'm telling you
Okay,
something right
love.
so
now.
while I appreciate his efforts, I think that the execution of because I don't that's not what she meant.
No, not at all.
That's
But E
not
for effort for him.
But if ever him,
he didn't create that shit. They put that corny ass shit together.
Absolutely. You think
But
he
that
thought
ain't
about that on his own? He
but
is a museum.
that is not what she meant. As a grown ass woman in her grown ass tight ass heels that she had on.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what she meant. She
No.
meant she wanted some depth, a deep ass conversation. Like, let's
She
stop.
wanted to see a man.
He is a man because he got. Listen, we're not doing that. She wanted
That's what you
depth,
say.
and she wanted to get deep into other than this surface level goofy shit that he got going on. And then you pop up with this corny shit. Watch out for the thorns. You a cornball. Get out of here. You next to go.
I'm saying.
They need to
You
vote his
say
ass
man,
off next.
you say man child. And so that man that she wanted to see in him, that's what she wants. She wanted that element. She wanted that. Let's cut it out. Let's get to it. Now, me personally, I would have expected a more mature setting all the way around. I'm not finna take you nowhere where kids go. Not saying people don't do museums and all that, but that would not have been my first line of thought to say, "Oh, he took me to a museum to
They
show
ain't
that he
even
could
look
share."
through the
You
telescope.
know,
Like if you was gonna do
they
some
look
shit like that, why you didn't
right,
put
and
him
I'm
into that
you
night
know.
so she could look at the damn stars,
Right, to you see
cornball?
what I'm saying? So it's a lot with that, but on the strength of OE for effort, I see what they were trying to do. I like the fact that he hurt her and all. But as far as do I think that'll be something that on his own, just in a basic way, just a normal day, could he sustain that with his own thoughts, mind, and all that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I don't think that he would have come to that mind without the help of the people that he had helping him with
His
even
own
this
friends threw him under
date.
the bus. But his own
You know
friends
what I'm
even threw
saying?
him under the bus.
What is
Right.
Because he's always cracking a damn joke. He don't know
Right.
serious
Nothing
unless
serious.
even if
Right.
you spell the word out. So that
well?
shit was corny.
Okay, this is what I'm thinking. My opinion is that I don't feel like she should um sway him along because he's definitely not mature enough for what she needs or wants. Um he seems like to me that he would be one of those, it would be one of those, and and we unscripted today and we really uncut. So I'm about to say what I'm about to say is it feels like that once they make it to the bedroom part, he's gonna be a big disappointment.
Oh, okay. Hey,
When
you know
you
what? Let me go make my coffee. I'm not gonna do this because I'm gonna say something.
when you get a younger man, when you're seasoned like her and I, and you are with a younger man, okay? Let's just be really honest, guys, women, everybody that's out there that's listening. When you reaching that age, when you're going through that like little menopause and you frisky and you looking like you're 30 when you're 45 and you're looking like you're
She don't
30,
want a damn nap.
you don't want nobody coming to you with no, you don't want nobody coming to you that you got to teach how to munch. You don't want nobody, you got to teach how to stroke. I don't think that he has gotten a woman that he can fully explore himself with to be ready for a woman like Patrice. My opinion, I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna take that away from that young man because
I'm just saying he played too much.
yeah,
He
but that's the
played too
problem. I
much.
don't think his sexual prowess is the issue. I think that his mindset, because he has no, he don't take nothing serious. Like he could be in
That's
a car accident and be over there telling a damn joke. Like when you gonna be serious?
That's the point. Have you ever took anybody serious to learn the woman?
He don't
Have
know
you?
that.
Okay, then.
He don't.
So then he's barking up the wrong tree. He needs to go and try it out, then come back for her. Because
But she
right
know
now,
that.
I'm ready for the
She know
I'm gonna
that.
cowboys.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you what. I agree with you, Monica, because you made me think about some of my cougar years when I was like, you know what?
You
That's
just
how I
now
knew.
cougar.
What?
You know what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
How old are you?
I'm 42,
She
Girl,
and
bye.
as soon as
exactly.
I
She
ain't even
just
a cougar
ended
yet.
up cougar.
Shut
She
up.
just now cougar. Talking about when I was in
you
my
know what I'm
cougar
saying?
years. Tomorrow,
I didn't know the age limit, but Jay Z said 30s was the new 20. So as soon as I hit 31, I was like, well, I'm in there. So, you know what I'm saying? I was
Jay Z
coming up. I was a
lied,
baby. I was a baby cougar.
and
And
he's a
so, you know what I'm saying?
predator.
Right now, I'm not a big cougar. I'm not a baby cougar no more, but I'm a cougar.
God,
So I'm a
you
cougar.
are
And
so
so it's like to me, I'm gonna be 100 now. Since my personal assessment of Alonzo, without judging too much of him off of the show alone, but just looking at him and seeing him, I'm like, okay, yeah, you have the height that check out because you have some height. You're not ugly. You have this that. Now, me personally, there's certain things I'm not going to mention about him because I don't want to make it sound horrible, but I couldn't. To me, it seemed like a lot that he rests on for his confidence was because somebody in his world has made him think that shit is cute. Somebody told him talking like that, acting like that, being like that is cute. And to be honest, there are people that I have seen in life that treat people like that, and they little, and they do that all their life, and they grow up like that. They think
Yeah,
it's cute, and
bad.
they you know what I'm saying? Real talk, they think it's cute. Or girls get it all the time. Guys, you see it with their kids, they be like, oh, that's cute, that's cute. But then they create a monster because now they walking around with this entitlement that's been affirmed by people in their family, friend, in their world that has made them think this is okay. So early on, I was looking like, okay, for me, that's why for me, was like he wouldn't do it, even though he appeals to me height wise, because height wise, him, Jonathan, and Comedy will have the height because they're all tall. But as soon as that mouth opened up, not saying necessarily the way he spoke, not that, but the way he wore it, almost like, well, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way, it's like he thought it was cute when him and Koshea was going back and forth and she was trying to have that conversation. He thought it was cute. It's like something in me was like, yeah, somebody has created this in you, and it's gonna take that person to undo this shit. Because no woman is gonna sit here and keep beating at this stone that you built around yourself because you don't want to embrace growing up.
First of
And
all,
I'm one of the most, I'm silly. I like to have fun, but everybody hears
You gotta know when to cut that
wisdom.
shit off.
Right. You hear when God is telling you to grow up to be
yeah,
funny. Like I said, you can't, you got to grow up. So I don't
I
know,
think
but
it's a waste. I think that this energy of them is really a waste of time.
I agree.
Um,
yeah, it
and
works for the show, but in real life, no,
It
baby,
doesn't.
I
It
don't see
doesn't
that.
work for. It
it ain't
doesn't
even
work
working
for
for
the
the
show
show.
because it's
Look,
so
I'm being
transparent.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we got to be transparent
Mm-mm.
because of the simple
Not,
fact, and we got to be honest that it's not working for the show because he's
nope.
boring. He's a cornball, and the fact, and then a lot of people when they go into dating situations, whether it's online on TV, they do what's most comfortable to them, right? So this is what is comfortable for him. It don't mean that it works or that he's
Right.
successful at it, but he's
Right.
comfortable and he's not breaking out of that. And then him trying to set up this weird ass date. He even looked uncomfortable.
It did. He didn't look like it was totally outside
He
his
looked like a
element.
fish.
Right. He
Exactly.
looked outside
He's
his element completely.
a
Not
fish
going
out of water.
I'm not going to take that away from him.
No,
I
I think
am.
it was good. I think it was good
Corny.
for him to. I
Gesture,
think.
good gesture, son. But
Right. I think it was
Wait,
good.
wait, wait. Did you call the did you son him just now, Monica? Did you just son that young
Yes,
man?
she just did.
N- and court adjourned. That's all I got. Thank you. Thank
Listen,
you,
it will
boo.
grow right up
Boop
out
boop.
there. See, this
Court
time.
adjourned. That's all
See,
that she
you
just
know what I'm
made
saying?
my
Like,
whole point right there. Thank you.
believe it or not, all of us know somebody like Alonzo. Like, that's how I look at every one of these characters at the end of the day. We may not have it for our reality in our world, and we may never be exposed to that.
live with Alonzo. I live with
But
Alonzo. He
Right,
right
I was look. I'm like everybody knows an Alonzo man and woman that just feels that this is that thing that's just is cute, whatever. And so and they're out of their league entirely as far as with the person that they're
I
with. They just can't hold
think
it.
that he's adorable. And
Who?
I
He's cute.
think that he's
Who?
adorable and he needs to go and
Who?
find someone his
He's
age.
cute. I do.
Y'all
I
need my
agree with you,
glasses?
Monica.
You need my
No, he ain't
glasses?
ugly. He
Okay.
No,
ain't ugly.
I'm not even talking about the physical part of him. I'm just talking about
So
just his demeanor.
Sweetie pie. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
sweetie.
but he's not. He's infatuated with Patrice, but I know in his right mind, he already know that. I know he. You don't think that this gonna work, Lonzo? Do you? Miss Monica got questions. You got answers. Come on to the girl what's the tea panel, and then let's talk about it.
let's
Let's talk.
take that man
Listen.
bun out before you come up here. Because if you don't, I'm gonna
And
tear
don't
your
bring no
ass up.
bangs up here. Don't come up here with the bangs. I want
It's
you to
the
go ahead
man
and find
bun with them bangs. I'm telling you, meet your
them.
ass up.
We're gonna
That's
tell you
his
I'm,
expression. You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
tear
That's
your
his
ass up.
expression.
No, I'm gonna express myself too. Meet your ass up. Tell you now, I'm gonna roast the hell out you. You wanna be funny? Let's go. I got you. I'm
Now
gonna crack so
I'm
many
gonna
damn
I'm
jokes.
gonna show y'all the clip that's gonna be coming up. We're gonna get ready to close. Let's watch the
Hmm.
clip for next the
Yeah,
next.
come on with the strawberry clip.
I don't have that one.
Oh,
I gotta find it.
oh,
Yeah, I couldn't find the strawberry clip. Let's.
Baby.
mm. It's out there.
Yeah, I seen it earlier,
It's out there strong.
but I was searching for it. But
I just want y'all, when y'all look at it, watch Vanessa's face. And the only thing that's missing is that song, Twin, where have you been? Nobody knows me.
do nobody else?
Yeah, that's all that's missing because her
I heard
face.
Atomic Dog. Girl, I heard nothing but the dog getting me. Yeah,
But
why not that been like
you
that?
gotta look at her face. Like it's she lost a part of her her essence at that very moment.
Her hope was impacted. I don't think she lost her soul, but I think that her
I didn't say her soul. I said a
I
piece of
think
her essence. Cause her whole the light just kind of she was like,
yeah, I think it confirmed what she was feeling and hearing in the rumor mill, and now it's right in front of her face, almost like the disrespect. So
that's it.
and you know, and with her being the kind of woman that she is, for her, of course, anybody would assume he could have definitely just told her what was up, and so for you know, and I'm sure she would have reciprocated that, and it wouldn't have even come off like that. But the way that she was right there like that. That
Yeah.
told me obviously this was something that he did not communicate in full, and he just showed his A all the way out. And then, you know, and obviously don't care. Now, you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
glad that for her, I'm curious to see how she's gonna, you know, reciprocate that energy when it's
If
time for
I
her
was
to move
her
forward.
and I was a flight attendant, I'd have been on the first thing smoking. I'm out. Y'all take
Listen, you
care.
know, she a flight attendant. She to me that says a lot. You know, I'm looking like that's a woman that's grounded in what she got and she's secure in what she got, but she has no issues detaching from something in that department because she moves around. She has a light. She understands that power in being able to say, okay, bye. You know, you know,
I'd have packed, I'd
you
have
know.
got my bag, got in my car, and went. Y'all got it. I'm self eliminating.
You saying you would have called Tommy from the plane? Hey,
I'm not finna go back and forth with nobody on something that don't belong to me like that. We
yeah,
not
it's
finna do
fair
that.
game, right? It's
Yeah,
the
we not
process,
finna
you
do
know.
that. I'm gonna just get on the body. I'm not doing that. So
See, and that's the thing about the mansion or anything. Once it gets to this point, period, in every season, at some point, people are going to start making cuts because normally around this time, even though Leyland did it sooner, but this is around the time that we seen Lee last season cut out. You
yeah.
know, we see, you know, so it's like this is where people either
She wasn't
say,
left no
okay,
option though, cause
because of Q, you
Janelle
know, Janelle.
Janelle was monopolizing. I said y'all did all that to not be together. Y'all ought to kick yourself in the ass. Y'all did all that to not communicate and did not be together.
You
I
know,
can't do it.
they had a whole lot. But as far as this one, I said, yeah, you know, because if for Vanessa she had one or two, or if she made Chaz her primary or whatever, and she wasn't interested in pursuing anything else, she could rightfully go. So it's like the bread is thin at this point. Everything is, you know. So I'm curious to see how everything is going to start unfolding now that these people are at the cross, you know, at that pressure meal right now. That this episode, I think, at this getaway is going to tell us everything we need to know on a certain level as far as how it's going to look towards the end. Because it
Mm,
didn't look like this in the beginning. It wasn't like
no.
everybody that's linked up now was in total opposite spectrums in the beginning. You wouldn't even think it. But now, out of being left with those options, people are starting to notice things they ain't seen before, even if it's just a matter of, hey, let's just rock through the process. You know, so it happens every year, every season,
Yeah.
and so I'm curious to see, but I want to see how Vanessa's gonna rock this boat. I want to see how she's gonna do it because that one was pretty forward. You know, I've seen a lot of people do some things in their casting, but I ain't never seen someone in front, of another person, knowing that their prospect is there, their connection is there, and
Yes,
you
you
just,
have. Janelle
you know what I'm saying?
and yes, you have. And Lee. Because
No, I'm
Quentin was
talking. I'm saying Quentin wasn't. He didn't kiss no one directly in front. Like I'm talking about that setup. Like that was bold. When Chaz did that. So we ain't see that last season. But this one, I'm looking like I want to see what Vanessa how she's gonna handle it because we see so much of her personality already, and we already kind of know how she moved. But now I'm like, I wonder how she's gonna move now that the ball is in her court. As far
mm,
as dealing with him. Like even though
mm.
he may not be eliminated, I want to see how she get down on treatment. Like because they speak highly of her, but that was a low blow, I think, and that if anything, I think that kind of did something to that to her spark. Like, really,
Yeah. And
you
then
know
for
what I'm
him to
saying?
be in the and then for him to be in the bed holding hands,
Yeah, that's a
that
whole,
take that's hold on, wait a minute. That was just like Joy and Clifton. You know,
bingo.
they was in the same room and folks was like, well, hold on, I thought we was hold
Yeah,
on. Yeah, see the getaway is
yeah.
The getaway is the eye opener. That's when everything started unraveling. So I
That
can't
pressure
wait.
cooker.
All right, and I found it. So let me get it ready, y'all. I got to
You've been
change.
looking this whole time for that clip.
You know,
She
I have,
have that's we were stretching it. I
and I
seen her.
and I got to change the sound so you can hear it. So give me a
Yeah, I
second.
want that close up. I seen that strawberry. I had to order my stuff from Walmart.com. I said, let me go ahead and give me some strawberries. Since Chaz got some strawberries, everybody got some strawberries.
Adeline.
All
I like
right,
strawberries.
change the sound. So yeah, I won't hear y'all, but I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna get it so y'all can watch it, and then I'll come back. Let me put it right on it because I don't want to get flagged for extra stuff being on here. Nobody. Now you got that song in my head. Nobody loves me like I do. All right.
I think I'm coming off and how I'm being perceived is different because I thought I've been working the room and
Thought you was pursuing?
I've been making sure that I want everybody to feel my energy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do much different.
Yeah.
Just in life in general. Things have to come natural. It just sucks that the women chose to send me home, but at the same time, they did what was best for them. I know I'm ready to love. I'm not for everybody though. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for the right person. I still believe in love and ladies,
Oh.
I'm still here.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Well, guess what?
See, that's why you ain't DJing.
They called me,
That's why
so
you
they
ain't DJing.
blocked it out for. They won't let me show it. They won't let me show it, y'all. So you can't see that one. They ain't put it out. So y'all gotta wait. Y'all gotta wait for that one. Cause y'all hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all can hear it, but y'all can't see it. It blocks it
Mm-mm.
out. Okay, well that's but that's beneath up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it's blacked out. I'm gonna have to find it. See, somebody gotta post it. But man, I gotta figure out how to get it. But that's okay. They're gonna post it all week. So, but on this particular one, so okay, so we got two. We got actually two. We got two. We got that clip, and then we got the famous clip that's out. So I'm not for sure about which one are they going to show, right? Because we got this one and we got the one that they showed after the show last night. So not for sure what order. We got this one, and this one it will show me.
Baby.
And this one right here has a little bit more in it. So
The infamous clip.
I'm gonna play this one because it has a little bit more in it than the one that we initially had.
Okay.
So let me let y'all listen to it. So I'm not for sure what order they're gonna put these in. So I'm curious to find that out. So I guess we'll be waiting to see.
Was there an alliance or something going on? It started with Will. He decided Nika and Coachia had to go. He worked with William. Whoa, y'all were a part of that conspiracy. No. I have the messages, bro. Wait a second. I'm getting LeBron's fiance out. Cole has to go. I didn't say it was in text messages. Yes. Without context, it looks worse than what it really is.
This is so messy. I'm done with it. Ready to Love, all new Friday, 8/7 Central on.
Okay, so we're not for sure on what. Oh, yeah, I can't hear me.
Okay.
We're not for sure on what order they're gonna put it in, right? So I guess we just have to wait and see because this clip was put out today as well. But I don't see the other clip with the strawberries yet. So I don't know which order they're gonna put it in.
Well, that one was on the end of episode 8 with the preview.
With the strawberries.
Yeah.
So this one might be the ending clip. This one might be at the end of when they went to the getaway. I was trying to see if I can see what clothes they had on. So this one might be at the end, towards the end of the getaway. So I'm not for sure. So we'll have to see. The people in the comments have a lot to say. LaRon be catching back on the people.
He in the chat.
You be clap backing.
Yeah, I can't. We can't see the chat.
Just clap
Where you
back.
on YouTube?
No, someone said the fact that the messy tampon wearing male LaRon is still there is disgusting. This is Twitter. This is
see. Nah, see you in them streets for real. You got Twitter. Look here. Yeah. I got Twitter.
Everybody is I got y'all see put it back up for y'all. I can see it for y'all soon. Twitter raw. Twitter raw.
Yeah, Twitter be cutting, boy. Twitter ain't no joke. I thought Facebook was something. Twitter's X. I see why they call it X. Oh my god.
They call William Chatty Patty. Yeah, Twitter be twitting, baby. Twitter be twitting. So I keep up with Unscripted because they post a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
All right, guys. So I definitely we're gonna close it up. I definitely appreciate my people coming through again to represent the streets with me. Conversation was good. So we're gonna be switching it up. We're gonna bring it back again every Sunday at 8 o'clock till the show ends. Instead of Tuesday, I feel like that I get tea and I'll be want to hold it. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your brother. Girl, What's the Tea is back live on YouTube under her new network, She Live TV. Okay. And make sure you guys jump in over on the YouTube and Instagram, also Facebook, and I am live on Twitter as well. So if you're in Twitter, you can check me out over here on Twitter also. It's going live. It's streaming right now. So also, yeah, you want to keep paying attention and you want to keep, because at the end, we're going to reveal some things. But I got to wait till the end to give all the tea that I have to give. All right. I don't like to be a tea spiller. That's not my thing. I like for people to enjoy the episodes before I let them know anything about behind the scenes information. So just make sure that you stay tuned because after the reunion, we're gonna come back on Sunday and we're gonna break the reunion down. Piece, piece by piece. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of more things going on in those streets behind the scenes that we have to talk about. Right? So, with that being said, make sure you guys are following me on all platforms. Girl, what's the T underscore on here? She Live TV on YouTube. She Live TV on Instagram. She Live TV on Facebook. Girl, what's the T underscore on Facebook and Twitter and TikTok. And yeah, check out what I got going on for this summer. Some exciting things. All right, Miss Smooth. What you want to say to the people?
Just one thing, two things, three things. We're gonna keep it simple with these things. Um, so I'm on YouTube right now, and I just want to make a quick correction that Chaz and Patrice did the strawberry thing, but he was in the bed holding hands with Mika when Vanessa walked in. So ow to that. And where did that connection come from?
Wait, hold on. I got some. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I just seen some. I just seen some on it. I just seen something that I just
I wasn't
seen.
gonna say no name.
I'm a
But
name dropper. So what you gonna do? Because I'm a name dropper. I'm gonna drop it.
But you have to understand, that's why I told you that Vanessa said he got all these 5 connections. And that's why. Okay.
I mean, it's just sus to where it's coming from. But everybody stay
man,
tuned. Cause right here, She Live TV, we give it to you real, we give it to you raw, and we give it to you authentically.
all day long now.
Hold on. Now we finna give it to you now too. Because you
See?
shouldn't have brought that up. So
Why?
I just
I
seen.
just wanted to correct. I just wanted to correct my statement. I didn't want nobody to be like, "That
Okay.
wasn't me in the
What
bed."
does this say? Read the caption.
I can't read that shit. You read it. What it say?
Did y'all peep Chaz and Mika holding hands? We didn't even think this was a connection, but maybe we'll find out next week on.
Oh yeah, that was the Y'all didn't peep it.
Secret lovers feel so good.
That's what I was just saying. Like, where's
Secret
all of this?
lovers.
See what I'm saying? See what but that just correlates my previous statement. He's moving. He's moving really weird.
Well, like I say, some people take moments and they take it just as a moment. Even though they have powerful moments, it's just a moment.
It's just a
Well,
moment.
I think the connection they might have had in the beginning appeared strong,
Yeah.
and then when folks' wardrobe start changing, eyeballs start to moving.
Yeah, because because she did say that he was super fine. She really liked him. She did say that in her
Yeah,
Yeah,
confession.
they all said he was fine.
yeah. They shared attraction.
Yeah, they always chasing. Now with him and her being in the at the well, I mean, they could just be laying in the bed talking all day. I don't know. That's a lot.
I've
I
laid
was
in the
trying
bed
to
with
see.
people and held hands and all that, and we ain't do nothing. We was just
Tomas,
talking.
you ain't on the show.
Ain't nobody said they had to do
You know what I'm
anything.
saying?
I'm not insinuating they
Because I
doing
wouldn't be on
anything.
something.
We're
Nope. Yep.
saying that where is this? What?
Coming
Okay, this
from, yeah. I'm
this
just
is
looking
what
like
this
this
is
is
what we're saying. This is what we're saying. I don't know if Smooth is saying this, but I'm saying this. I understand Vanessa at this moment because where's all these different people coming from that you
and
got
that's
all
what I'm
this time
saying.
for, and then I'm just sitting here on the cut looking at people through those.
Cause I'm looking at this strawberry scene, and I must have blinked because I didn't know that they was kissing.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see like what's going on really with you. I got questions. You got answers. Come
And
see.
Yeah, Chaz, we got questions.
the process was on, baby. They said narrow it down. So
He
he said,
narrowing.
okay. So
Well, he
I
widening it
okay.
up.
And
Yeah,
he
we was
working that
quiet it up.
process out. He working
Yeah.
his process out.
Yeah,
Yes, he
maybe
is.
Chaz. Maybe Chaz is saying, "Okay, I'm going on this getaway, and I like you, and you. So I'm about
I'm
to
finna find out. I'm
do
finna find out.
this when I leave here." Then if you doing that, Chaz, he working the process.
He's working
Yeah,
the
but
process.
if he is, but it's some old us if he's not communicating his process, then he looking real snaky right now.
He
See, you
do.
talking about the great debate. You talking about the great debate. Because every season, that's always the war where
Right.
you have one person that's saying, hey, I'm working the process. And you have another person saying, but we have a connection. And
I
there's
thought
this
it was right.
expectation, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, even though people early on was kind of pitching couples, I never really lock in because when the pressure's on there for
You,
real, we're gonna find out after this type of thing because when you in
yeah.
that house and Tommy alludes to saying y'all doing the thing, anybody doing the thing, y'all connect, so if he's saying that on camera, we already know the atmosphere because everybody's grown. You connecting. So I may not work the process that way. You may not work the process that way, but there is a process to be worked. And for him, knowing that he was in his mind, now I'm not saying as a fact, but if in his mind he like shit, I'm the cream of the crop. I know I
He
can get it,
knows.
even if he ain't have no. Look, even if
I
he
don't
ain't
think
talked
he
to him
do
all
that.
process long.
I don't
Yeah,
think
he
he
Listen,
knows.
listen, I'm not putting nothing past. It's almost like you might meet a humble person that come from a rich background, but that don't mean they don't know they ain't rich. So he is a humble man, nice man overall in general, but that don't mean he don't know that he know how many fish and
You're
what fish he
right.
can
You're
catch.
right.
Yeah.
Because I've been
Okay, let's not, because I'm
you're
looking like baby
right.
queen right here. Because watching him move,
Cause he
and
working it,
I'm
baby.
not being funny. I'm not being funny at all, and I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, open up the mind to. I've seen a lot of different things on a certain level where this is. That's how you move. And people, if this wasn't a show, he would have slept with three of them by now, just off of the strength of the power of these moments, because he know on a certain level
He can
there's
get him.
not much resistance there.
Right.
So if I barely, let's say I chit chatted with Mika on the phone just in texting, okay, I already know where it's at. All I got to do is show an interest, and if I never show no interest, and now we thinning out, if nothing else, baby, I'm gonna show you interest. So, and however far that interest go in our process is whatever. So
It's gonna be
now
what
it's
it is.
on.
What it is.
It's
Yeah.
on. Right. And unfortunately, that's how the dating game is.
So
You
what
have
you
some people
saying? So what
like
you
that.
saying? Chaz is saying, work it, JT, work it.
Listen. He put on that Uncle Luke and he walked, you know what I'm saying? And he probably came out that car pop and he said, hey, I'm finna find out today. And that's what he did. And even though, and truth be told, if him and Vanessa, in my opinion, was in a real relationship, he seems like he could be the kind of guy that would come back later and be like, it was just a good time. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't
Yes,
anything,
I agree.
because you know what I'm saying? And
No.
it's
Yeah.
just it's a whole package there, baby. You just got. I've seen thousands of Justins, and we all know plenty of people on both sides of the game like that.
It's
Chaz's,
Chaz.
I'm sorry. There you go. You know what I'm saying? But and even Justin has, but Chaz definitely. But he is working the process, if
Chaz know
nothing
he can
else.
get it. Chaz
Right,
know
he
who he
working
working
that
with.
thing, if nothing else, and he ain't got no reservations about it, and he ain't being a hoe about it, in my opinion. It's just
He
he's
working the
to me
process.
showing
Yeah.
he's showing his real character as far as his real process as the show is going on. We starting to see more of him, and this is how he is. It's been leaking out different things anyway. It's just we liked his presentation in the beginning so much to where we just didn't want to see him in that light. But baby, he
He
ain't got
know
no
he can get it.
reservations.
If they throw it
Right.
up, he gonna
Mm-hmm.
get up
And
there and
that's what
catch it.
happened. Oh, Chaz is open to somebody talking. Oh, Chaz speaking to me. You better believe they finna dip the hell on. Yeah, they finna spend some time with him. Just to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cause
so
even in the
her.
ladies' lounge, when I mean, and I just see it's like pieces of paper just tearing away from Vanessa, cause
Yeah,
she thought she had it was locked in, and
yeah. It
now
was
she's
only his
starting to
one.
see. Yeah, nah, baby, you ain't have it locked down like you thought you
Right.
did.
Mm-hmm.
See,
So
yeah, see when her face turned when she started seeing, I think Rashina, and Patrice, I don't want to think, or one of the other, maybe even Mika, as they got to talking, she looking like, oh, so yeah,
Alexis, cause
yeah,
Alexis was like,
that was
yeah, we have a great connect. It is definitely a
right.
perfect
They put that
connection.
gas, so that's why I say this is gonna be, I think, This is gonna be interesting,
It's gonna be
nonetheless.
I'm telling you, her and that sliding glass with that blanket, baby, that took me out. All I heard was that "Made for Me" song, and I was like, "Damn."
Baby, all I heard was
Mm.
Atomic Dog.
okay. We're gonna close it.
All right,
2 hours. Okay, we're gonna close it up. We always have a good time when we come on Let's Talk About It because we be talking about it. And so Tomash, what you want to tell the good people?
Oh, well, I'm Tamasha, 1 in a million on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? DM me if you want to get at me. I'm like, I got a lot moving right now, so I haven't released anything yet. Everything from a book to a record to everything else. I just haven't unveiled a lot. I'm still rooting where I'm at right now. So I will otherwise just get at me on those and find me on somebody's station because that's what I do when I get in the streets. Yeah.
Well, we have completed another episode of Ready to Love and the Restless. Okay.
Girl, I think I got bit by a mosquito.
And I want to leave you guys a little side note. I have a little side note for anyone that might want to know who I am and what I do.
bro, don't
And
play that goddamn song.
Here we go.
Don't play that
Hey,
goddamn song.
I want you guys to take this with you, okay? And I want you to tell whoever needs to know that Miss Monica, Girl What's the Tea, she live, the hood version. This is the I'm hood. This the hood y'all gonna get. If anybody want me to be hood, I can't be no hooder than this. So this is my hood version of myself. And this is the message that the hood version wants to
Help us, Jesus.
leave you guys with. Stay right there. I got a message. Hold on.
Oh,
Stay right there.
Lord.
look,
I'm
I
so
ain't saying
glad
nothing.
my phone about to die.
Let me
Thank you,
tell you something.
Jesus.
I ain't saying nothing.
Please, motherfucker, please, motherfucker, please, motherfucker, please, motherfucker, please, motherfucker, nice topic. Please, motherfucker, nice topic. Please, motherfucker, nice topic. Please, motherfucker, nice topic.
All right.
Oh, see, I was ready.
I just
You know what
thought
I'm
I would
saying?
let y'all know that. Okay. So you could tell them that's what I said.
Hey,
Y'all
well,
just stay tuned
you
because
know.
we got some stuff coming. So y'all just stay tuned
Listen,
with us.
right. I was say y'all get at everybody if you want to. Listen, it's friendly in these streets. Everybody cut your blinker on. You want to let somebody know where you headed. Let everybody
You just
know.
say cut the blink off, man. You said
You know
cut
what
the
I'm saying?
blink
Turn that
off.
blinker on. You know what I'm saying? Now, anybody got to be afraid.
Oh,
You know
we
what I'm
just
saying?
want
Anybody got to be afraid to talk to me or anyone else? Just hit up a DM and we can, release all confusion. We work better together than apart.
Just make sure
You
it's
know what I'm saying?
respectful because if you come
You
in
know what
my
I'm
DM with
saying?
that foolishness, I'm going to hurt your feelings. I don't care who
Oh,
it
I
is.
don't mind. I don't mind. I appreciate the approach. I don't care how you come, and I'm
well,
gonna set you straight when you leave. We're gonna be all right. But ain't no smoke and no fires. We just want to make sure there's peace on earth and there's respect. So to me,
that's what she said. That's what Tamaj is saying. I'm not saying.
yeah, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying.
it is.
Everybody just
She's,
send it ain't nothing but a text.
she's speaking for
It ain't
herself.
nothing but a text or a call or a message. You'd be
Tamaj
surprised.
is Tamaj.
You know.
Tamaj is speaking for herself. Miss Monica is
You
not.
know what? Because you know why? Because when it comes down to anybody trying to come at me about wanting to know me, baby, hey, you ain't gotta look far. I'm Smashy 1 in a million. I'm right here. And
I
when
already
you know what I'm
told
saying?
y'all
And
what you
sin.
yeah.
You know, I have no problems. You know what I'm saying?
I've already told you guys the message. And if you did not get it,
Oh, shit.
I can give it to y'all again.
No, I
Okay.
think we got it.
Okay. I just
I
thought
think we got it.
okay.
I
All
think
right.
I
So
think you have been quite clear.
okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna go back to Miss Monica, not the hood side. Thank you guys for joining another episode of Ready to Love Young and the Restless, because they not young.
That's just like, yeah, ready to love and the restless.
And stay tuned for more activity throughout the week. I think I'm gonna pop in live a little bit more, my little spare time and shoot some shits. So other than that, we will see you guys on next Sunday. And also make sure you're subscribing to
I got me flying.
She Live Talk Show on Instagram because I will be dropping my new podcast episode on all podcasts. But you'll see it over here because I'm gonna post it for you guys. All right. What did she say? Tamasha always has great questions and commentary. She does.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't
that's
know who
so
said that. That
nice.
makes y'all.
No,
Hi,
no.
Tomato. What's good, boo?
She does.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, great minds think alike.
Thank you so much for joining us. Bring
Oh, they ain't had nothing to say about me?
No, ma'am.
Raggedy bastard. Man.
They did not have nobody. They ain't even have nothing to say. They say Tamasha.
Listen.
The one the fuck on here. Nah.
Tamasha is the winner.
You already know I got people looking for me, baby. Don't do it. I'm like, hey, listen.
I said
I'm
what
a
I
lover, not a
said.
fighter,
They
baby.
don't
Love
like
me.
it. Goddamn it.
Nobody like it.
You know what I'm saying? Love me, baby. I'll jump on it. Look, I'll jump on anybody panel and talk to you just to set it straight. Let's just get straight. Peace on earth. Love.
Right. Well,
harmony.
Your coffee.
Thank you guys for joining.
Sweet
Thank you guys for joining Instagram. She said DJ Smooth, she love you.
Nah, it's too late now. I done had to say something. I'm good. Keep that shit, bro. I done had to goddamn say something. That shit ain't genuine, bro. I had to say something first. No.
Okay. What we gonna do is
let it out.
Say good night. We're gonna say good night. We love y'all.
Enjoy y'all.
Stay safe. Call your loved ones in the morning and tell everybody that you love them. The people that you don't like, the people that you do like. And life is too short to go without saying you love them. Okay. And I love you guys for supporting me. And I'm excited about the new year and this journey that we're on. And I'm glad I got my people with me. And we're gonna do some great things in these streets of entertainment. Yeah. So talk to you guys soon later. And peace out.
Hello, it's your girl with the tea.